Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, with Spirits of Spirits, Season 2, Episode 26, The Haunts of San Antonio. I'm your host, Mr. John Watkins, all the way from Colorado, and your host with the most, Mr. David Lowe from California. Welcome to the show, folks. How we doing tonight?
Prison.
Present.
Apparently. And there's our buddy Bill
Bill was
giving us the customary Philadelphia greeting.
haters.
What's up, you little shits?
What's
And we
up?
got Turner fan jumping on. What's
Oh,
going on, brother? I hope you're feeling better. Turner
oh,
fan and I have an episode of Comic Talk coming tomorrow,
oh.
where we're going to talk about. I got to pick the storyline, and we're going to talk about the Annihilators.
What year is it?
So that's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific,
Heck.
10 p.m. Eastern on Turner Fan 77's channel. So
That's gonna be awesome.
Nice.
should be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're but hoping. I think he said we're good to go for tomorrow. But yeah, he's been sick, so I'm glad you're feeling better, bro. And can't wait to talk to you tomorrow.
Oh, so what's been going on this week, Dave?
Oh, little this, little that. Last week was murder. I had so many doctor's appointments and court and stuff and all kinds of crap to do. And he says we are good to go. So that's awesome. And I know you don't want to dwell on this, but I want to bring up
Okay.
you got hurt.
Yeah,
And so I know you're not feeling well.
Right.
It's
I nasty one a couple days ago.
yeah. So
not fun. Week was going great until then.
yeah.
Since last Wednesday. Let's see, I had Thursday, and then I fell sad Friday. Yeah, yes, I had one great day.
All right, one great day.
Cheryl.
I think there's a song. I think it's a country song, but I think one great day is a good name for a country song if they don't have it. One great day. So so what are you drinking tonight, bro? What do you got?
I went a little classic, not classic, but I'm going with the Blue Moon, little
Going to Blue
Belgian
Moon.
white tonight.
Got a little orange tinge to that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like throwing extra stuff in my beers, but I have had it with the orange slice on top of a glass, and it's not too bad. It's
no, it tastes like orange to me when I drink it.
Oh,
it's got
a
that
citrus flavor.
It's got that essence, like they did some zest on it or whatever. I don't know what they did.
Definitely got a citrus flavor.
Yeah. So I got a weird one. I got bonsai beer. This is premium Koshikikari rice lager. So it's a rice beer.
Oh, I'd try that. That's yummy.
So I'm looking forward to trying it. I like my sake, so I like my rice wine.
Yep.
And so I'm gonna try the rice beer. Never tried it before. I'm actually hoping it's good, but not too good. If that makes any sense, because this one bottle was $2.50.
Oh wow, yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, oh, if that's really too good, then I'm gonna be buying more of it. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to.
That's like
but I want to go. That wasn't bad. I'm okay. I don't need to have that again. But I'd hate for it to suck too, because it'll be like, oh man, I got to drink it anyway. Because
oh yeah.
Oh,
too good.
That is really good. Son of a bitch. Woo. That's nice. I like that a lot.
Well, see, now you can, instead of buying sake, you can just buy a rice beer.
I can just buy rice beer and go with that. And but yeah. And it's 4.2%, so it's not that strong.
Not that strong, but good
yeah. So I got two of those, and then I've got another one, a beer from Okinawa that I've never tried. It's called Orion, and I'm gonna try that later tonight. So we'll see how that one goes.
All right. Well, Dave, I want to get the fine print out the way.
Yes.
So first things first, before we really dive into everything.
Sorry.
I want to say thank you to Anchor. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of our live broadcast here and put it out to our favorite places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket
Shot.
Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, and of course now the good old iHeartRadio. It's a great place to start your own podcast and a great way to continue on growing with your podcast because not only will they sponsor you, they'll actually help you find your sponsors as you grow with your podcast listeners. So go ahead and check out Anchor. And of course, we want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do the multicasting to where we can be on our Spirits of Spirits Facebook page, the Spirits of Spirits with John and Dave on YouTube, and of course the Spirits of Spirits on Twitch. You can catch us live on either one of those sites there, whatever you prefer. Of course, the chats come through right here, so no matter which one you're listening or watching on, we can see you right here and communicate with you. And speaking of chats, if you guys do want to chime in, you can always chat in the chat like Mr. Bill did with I love wheat smoothies. And
we do this where we just post it
right there so everybody can see what you're talking about. Or there at the beginning of the show, I always put in a link to where you can get a little FaceTime with us, and when you can put in the call-in line if you just you're a little shy on camera and you just want to get your voice heard, you can go ahead and
call in line.
Take the call-in line there. So
peaceful.
Go ahead and check those out as well. Love having people communicate with and discuss the topics we're talking about tonight. And I think tonight's gonna be a great show. I mean, San Antonio. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's a good place.
San Antonio.
Yeah. So I researched 15 locations.
Yeah.
In San Antonio.
There's quite a bit.
There's quite a bit. It's a good place. And well, I'm not sorry. I thought it was good.
Well, I was kind of struggling on trying to narrow down which spots I wanted to talk about, and we didn't do our show like we were going to Saturday. We are going to start doing a show on Saturdays on the Instagram channel.
Yes.
And kind of discuss what the topics will be for our show on Wednesday nights. A little short show, little fun, and maybe you guys can join in and help us decide which topics we want to talk about.
Yeah.
But I was kind of having a hard time narrowing down what I wanted to talk about tonight. There's just so much there in San Antonio. I wasn't expecting. I mean, I don't know why I say that. I was expecting a lot in San Antonio, but I didn't think it would be hard to narrow down which ones. And then you sent me that list, and I was like, I got those are three. That's a good three. That's a good three, possibly five. I liked it. I was like, yep, those are good. I like those. That helps.
Because I was going through and I was like, I like that one. And one really surprised me. And I was like, man, there's a lot of stuff at this one. And then one was really disappointing. I was expecting more out of it, and it just wasn't there, or there wasn't a lot of documentation about it. So I ended up not going with it, even though there was like the number 2 haunted location in San Antonio, and I was like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'm like, but there's only one ghost.
One ghost.
And I was like, what? That's not going to get a good score. I mean, yeah, that ghost is prominent, it's doing stuff, but if it's what we want is diversity. We want variety. We want different types of haunts, because some people when they go to a haunted location, they want to see an apparition. I mean, that's kind of the standard.
Yeah,
you want to see a ghost,
but
hear it. Want to hear it? Hanging on. You want to have like a phantom smell? Do you want to have like doors banging? Do you want to hear footsteps? Do you?
I want all the above. I mean,
that's why we do the scoring the way we do, is because we want the biggest variety, the most activity.
And that scoring is on patent, folks. The 4K down, low down scoring. So that is
copyright is coming. I've already looked into that. It's in the works.
Well worth it. I'm gonna have to pay Dave every time we do a show.
Chair.
No, I didn't realize that. All right. So not only do you get your quarter, but I get my quarter.
Cat.
I want them to jump out and bitch slap me. Yeah,
That's right.
Bill,
know?
I'm right there with you. I'm
Mhm.
right there with
Statue.
you. That's kind of
Ritual.
yeah. It's
That's
I
and
want to.
that's kind of happened to me. I've actually been slapped,
I've been
and
slapped
Singing.
on the show.
Marie.
you got slapped on the show on the back of your head. Somebody just went.
I was like, what the
I
hell?
was like, behind you. What do you mean about? Puh? What the? Somebody just hit me on the back of the head.
Oh, so
That
good.
was great.
But yeah, you'll see me probably squirming and rocking back and forth a little bit more than normal. Pain is real, but I want to do the show. So
Chick stick scars.
chick stick scars,
Glory lasts forever.
glory lasts forever.
Far away.
uh, I bet you. I wonder how many people actually know what movie that's from. I love that movie. So San Antonio,
So, Bill. So, are we going to talk about the elephant in the room?
the black
Uh,
one, the black
um,
elephant. What?
The black one.
Okay. Bill, you're gonna be.
Thirst.
I don't think I've had that much to drink yet, Bill. I don't know. I don't see any black elephants.
Talking about me being in a sling right now.
Because we did talk about him
Oh,
being injured, so it is a little, just a little hurt.
so
And,
basically, I took a spill off some stairs and landed on some concrete. Landed on my shoulder and my hip. Yeah, that's what he was talking about. Landed on my shoulder and my hip, and hurt pretty good. Still hurting pretty good. Get to go see the doctor about it tomorrow.
Thirst.
Again. Kind of dealing with it all without pain meds, so self medication is being applied.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I realized I'm not stronger than concrete anymore. But a fall like that, normally I'd get up and bounce right up and head back to work. And no, I was down. To the hospital I went, and yeah, it sucked. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah.
But I got an awesome girlfriend who's been taking care of me pretty good, yelling at me
Nice.
doing too much and all that good stuff. So it's great. But we're gonna talk and an older brother that likes to make fun of me every chance he gets. So
What is the date?
it is December 14th, 2022. But yeah, that's what happened to me this week. Like I said, I had one great day and the rest has been all pain. So I'm gonna do the show, be happy and enjoy me doing the show with Dave here and talking with all you guys, and hopefully forget about a little bit of pain for a little while, and I'll be all right. And the more we talk, the more I
God.
drink, and I'll be all right.
Yep.
Yeah, it wasn't
And
a
Bill
fun one.
agrees. Ouch.
Infant.
Yeah. No. Not a fun one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
when
I
you
said,
mentioned it on Facebook, I was like, "Oh shit!"
don't recommend it.
Joe.
especially when you get to be our age, falling is not
No.
good. It is not fun. It takes
I
a lot longer to get back up.
I felt like
Bracelet.
the Life Alert commercial.
Oh, ah,
I've fallen
Love.
and I can't
Doorway.
get up.
man, that was the last time I played recreational basketball here in town. I just got into a pickup game with a bunch of 20-year-olds, and I went chasing after the ball and hit the ground and basically fought with this dude half my age trying to get the ball,
Oh
and it
yeah.
landed on my hip. And then I was in pain the whole rest of the game, and
Oh,
and he's like, "Are you okay?" I landed hard too, and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm
a
old
little
enough
bit
to be
older.
like your crazy uncle." And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm 50, bro, and you're and you're not."
Ritual.
Oh,
Hand.
So yeah, so that was the last time I played pickup
Spirit.
basketball with a bunch of kids.
oh yeah. Never. Yeah. Fallen. we don't bounce like we used to.
No,
It's
you
instead of
don't bounce at all. It's just
more of a
"Ugh."
I've learned I don't bounce no more. I
Yeah.
just thud. I
Yeah.
learned that on
Yeah,
Friday.
that's right. I've got this really long living room area, and if you've
Yeah.
seen pictures
Oh
of
yeah.
my living room, you know what I'm talking about. It's all hardwood floor.
Yeah.
So I used to just go down to my socks and just slide back and forth across
Oh,
the floor.
oh
No,
yeah.
no,
No,
not
that's
anymore.
business.
I
That's
I fell once, and that ended. I was like, "Ow."
who doesn't love a
Not
little
here.
risky business action on
Yeah, who was a risky business?
Secret.
I'm not gonna say I was in my underwear. Well, but I was,
but you
and
are.
and I took those old records off the shelf and I slid and landed on my hip
Uh,
and ran and then right into the door. And I was like done at that point.
yeah, I basically only way I think
Phone.
is I don't even know how I actually fell. Only thing I think of is I caught my toe
Mm,
and I launched forward and the stairs come down like this and then bend.
right.
And I launched forward. I was like, oh, not today.
Are you
And I
from
was
here?
smashing my face and I put my
Touch.
hand up. And when I did that, because it's still a bend, it shot me that way. and I went, whoo. Yeah.
Splat.
Yeah, I went to turn and I landed on my shoulder, my hip, and kind of slid and back of my head hit the wall. And they're like, "Oh, is your head okay?" I'm like,
Joyce.
"That's not the part I'm worried about hurting."
That part's pretty much good. I mean, I've been hurt worse than that by bigger things, so it's not.
John.
I'm not worried about the head.
Oh yeah.
Um.
Fun.
All right.
All right. So talked about the elephant in the room.
Yeah. Elephant in the room is done.
Let's talk
Um.
about.
Let's talk about San Antonio.
So, was San Antonio surprising to you?
No, not really. I mean, there were a couple of things that I found interesting about San Antonio,
Yeah.
Sacrifice.
but I mean, I I absolutely knew
Yeah, we knew
that
this place. There's
one location was
yeah,
like okay, and we've already talked about the Menger Hotel
which is
in
right.
San Antonio,
Yeah.
and that's one of the most haunted locations. But when we were doing our hotel thing, we talked about the Menger Hotel,
Yeah.
which was really cool. I was like, oh yeah, Menger Hotel, I remember that.
Danger.
And we did
Yeah.
some stuff. Um, and there's a lot more hotels in San Antonio, and
So
they're
many more.
all haunted. They're
So many.
all fucking haunted.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, man, we could just pick 5 more hotels
Oh, yeah.
in San
In San
Antonio
Antonio.
and do a show just on that. But I
Yeah.
was like, no, I'm gonna pick what I think is the most haunted hotel. So I did that,
Yeah. I liked
and
it.
then of
I
course
like
we
that
have
one.
oh man,
I like that one.
so much going on in that one. And then there was the outlier, the one that it's
Yeah.
not actually in because most of the haunted locations
Yeah,
are all
it's
centered around
on the
that
Alamo.
one spot,
Yeah, it's
right?
all centered around the Alamo.
It's
Related.
all centered around the Alamo. So all the all the haunted
Undecided.
locations, like I mean, all but maybe 4 or 5 are
Yeah.
all like spidered outward from the Alamo. The Alamo is like the center. Um, and then this one spot is like kind of off to the side. And I was reading up on it. I was like, oh, this is a good spot. I really think we need to talk about this one.
I know it. Yeah. I like that spot. I was reading
I
up
did
on that.
too.
I was
And
like, ooh,
I was like, because I was
interesting.
like, oh, there was a museum. So I started reading up on the museum and I was like, nah, not a whole lot going on.
The hospital was a
The
good.
hospital, the hospital,
Island.
the state mental
Yeah.
hospital
Yeah.
was a good one.
Yeah.
Um,
Farther.
and it's still in operation.
Yeah.
Young.
Still in operation.
So I thought about that. Um,
There's a lot of good spots. A lot of good
there's a
spots. It-
lot of good spots, and it was just kind of like okay. Um, yeah, the museum was a good spot. The Aztec Theater was a good spot.
Aztecs is a good spot.
Um, ultimately, not a lot of variety, but
Decided.
a lot of good apparition
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of mechanical stuff
Yeah.
there. Um, and let's see.
Choked.
Then
30.
there's the Hollering Creek. The Hollering
Oh.
Creek is the home of the legend of La Llorona.
Yeah.
And
Melissa.
so that was really neat to read about, but not a whole lot of variety there. It was
Amazing.
just kind of, oh, that's a cool spot. I'd really
myth
like.
and legend. A lot of myth and legend.
I like that. I almost did the Spanish Governor's Palace because there's some cool stuff there.
Yeah. I
Um,
was actually I almost picked that one
mhm,
Lost.
over the hotel we're going to talk about tonight.
yeah,
But
but
I
dude,
was in agreement about that hotel. I was like, oh, we should. I want to talk about that one too.
yeah,
And I couldn't kick out. I couldn't discredit the outlier, and I
yeah,
couldn't kick out the other one. So I was
yeah.
like,
I guess we're gonna have to go with
ah,
that. But yeah, I was like, yeah, it almost made one of the alternates too. So I was like, "Oh, maybe I'll put that in as an alternate. But there was, a couple other ones
Satan.
that was really good. And let's see, what was another one that I liked that didn't? Oh yeah, the San
Today.
Antonio State Hospital, the Briscoe Western Art Museum. That was that one. Oh, Freeman Coliseum. That
Freeman
was the other
Coliseum.
one.
That's
Freeman
another.
Coliseum was pretty good.
Yeah,
But again, mainly just apparitions and sounds there,
yeah.
and apparently satanic rituals. But they were, not
I thought I read those were
not
kind of a little discredited and
yeah, not they were not fully verified, and they're actually
Yeah.
like just kind of rumors.
yeah,
So no real evidence of that.
yeah. So
So
out of
yeah,
the three,
Red.
like if I had to look at the three that we were talking about tonight as the main
mhm,
three that we're going to be talking about,
yes,
Goodbye.
I think I'd want to start with the hotel.
okay, I'm down for that.
I think that's kind of a good starting point. I think the outlier is where I want to finish.
Oh really? Okay.
Or do
'Cause
you?
I figured we'd finish with the Alamo, but
Okay. Oh no, I'm down with that too. There's a
I
lot
don't care.
going on there. There's,
I think I think we're in a good position to get all three done.
yeah.
And then we'll see what we got time left over, because
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
trying to hard stop at three
Hard stop
hours.
at 3 hours, folks. We're trying to limit our.
We're trying to limit our on air time, and just mainly just because we know you don't want to see us for that long. So
Use it.
because I mean I love talking for 5.5 hours. I love talking for 5.5 hours about paranormal, but
Sleep.
realistically nobody's gonna watch that for that long. I mean, even Bill's got to go to sleep. He
Even Bill's
just
gotta go to sleep.
Bill can't make it. Um, he's on the East Coast too, so that's not
Oh, even harder.
it's not his fault. But he's like, yeah, I got to go to bed, bro. I'm out.
Yeah, I
Um,
can't blame them. All right, well let's start with the
yeah,
hotel.
let's jump in the hotel. So, and I'll
Uh,
write that down.
so this is
This is the Emily Morgan Hotel.
so give me the lowdown here real quick. We got
Oh, residual,
residual,
intelligent,
intelligent,
poltergeist,
poltergeist,
non-human,
non-human,
history.
and history. And then we got our 5
Sync.
We got manifestations,
stations,
audio,
audio,
feels, which
tools.
is senses, emotional, physical,
Did.
smells, that kind of thing,
Yeah,
objects,
objects
and danger level.
are danger level. Okay, so first hotel we're going to be talking about or first place we're going to be talking about tonight
Rich.
I was
is the
like,
Emily Morgan Hotel.
and let's just take a look at it.
Oh, you got the picture up
I
there?
got the picture up
Well,
while I
that's-
grab all my research.
I love the design of that hotel.
It's really cool.
Play with me.
And
Pilot. Sorry.
If you want,
all
I'll
right.
start a little bit off of
Apologize.
what I got here.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Library.
getting my website up. Come on now. Did I grab all of it? Maybe. All right.
Annoying. Innocent.
Where is
Do you
this
want to play?
Yeah. You know what I find amazing
Sure.
about this hotel is
What's that?
how young this hotel actually
Pet.
is.
Okay, there's a reason for that. Because
Yes.
it opened in what, 84,
Yeah.
Please.
right?
Undecided.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a hospital before that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's one of the things I really liked about this place is not only you're getting the hotel ghosts, but you're getting ghosts from the previous incarnations of the building. And I'm just digging that. I thought that was really cool.
Play with me.
Yeah. This is I like this place. This oh this I mean this is a
Rebecca.
monstrosity of a
So
building.
okay, so let's see.
Soldier.
Before perhaps the thought even entered anyone's head to build a structure at the site of the current day Emily Morgan, the Marble Rock Yard land was used for construction throughout the 19th century in
Left.
downtown San Antonio. Until 1924, that is. It was at that time that builder J.M. Nix and architect Ralph Cameron came together to erect what came to be known as the first skyscraper west of the Mississippi River. Nix and Cameron
No
held
regret.
nothing back when it came to building what
Lost.
was at the time San Antonio's tallest structure. The final design was a 13-story tower dressed in Gothic Revival architecture. Bottom 3 floors and the top 3 floors were glazed with a terracotta finish, while the middling 7
Companion.
floors
Leave
were
here.
made out of light-hued brick. My name is Dave. That's John.
Yes, yes.
So Nixon Cameron's work caught the eye of many, at first
What
because of
happened
its
to me?
triangular shape, situated on what has been called San Antonio's
23.
flat corner. The structure was meant to mimic New York's Flatiron Building from the 1800s. During that era, the big cosmopolitan cities in North America all had a simply styled triangular building type of thing, including San Francisco, Chicago, Denver, and
Leave.
Toronto. San Antonio, once considered one of the 4 most unique cities in the United States, was not about to be left out of the race. So this is kind of their way of kind of joining those big
All right.
metropolis towns, right?
Yeah.
So in 1926,
Not. Listen.
after 2 years of construction, the Medical Arts Building was the first doctor's building in all of the city. Apparently, it was so large that nearly 100 doctors and office space
Hell.
for 400 people could be accommodated within. When it operated as a medical facility, the downstairs levels functioned as offices for the doctors, while the top floors were used as the best working hospital in the city. The basement, alternatively, was the facility's morgue. As the story goes, the decision has been made to place the hospital and surgery space on the upper levels so the smell would not be locked inside, as the
Mm,
windows could be cranked open
Lord.
for relief from the stench.
yeah.
Um, though Medical Arts Building continued its operation for the next 50 or so years, in 1976 it was converted into an office building. Then, less than 10 years later, in 1984, it became the Emily Morgan Hotel.
It's had a history of kind of being things.
Yes.
But still pretty young when in the hotel game.
Yeah. Well, and pretty young in the town too. Being, I mean, only 1924
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
was constructed. When it was being constructed,
yeah,
um, they were, because the Alamo is much older than that. I think most of the other locations that we're going to talk about are
Lord.
older than this place.
older. Yeah, like I said, I mean, even the building itself. even though I said the hotel is so
Talk
young,
with
the
me,
building itself,
Christine.
compared to what we normally talk about on our show,
Mhm.
this might actually be
Pilot.
one of the youngest places we've ever talked about.
Yeah.
I mean, this was built in the 1900s.
Why?
Most places that we talked about were built in like the 500s.
Yeah, well, definitely, yeah. 1800s or earlier,
Yeah.
especially when we're talking
Haunt.
east side, like
Yeah.
Boston and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything was like 1700s.
Yeah. But
Church.
I
Another room.
but there's but even though it's so young, the building, the structure itself, there's so much that it has gone
How?
through, whether
Mhm.
it be renovations or multiple different types of buildings and things like that.
Bribed.
It's one of the things that made me like this location that stuck out to me. And then
Mhm.
you sent your list. I was like, yeah, but that's okay. I like that one. I like these
Good.
three. Let's talk about these.
Yeah, I like that you're picking up what I was putting down, bro.
Yeah. I was definitely picking up what you're putting down.
Finish.
Okay, we're trying to finish. We'll
All right,
get to that.
you're getting there.
We're getting
Don't
there.
rush us. The process.
There's your aunt.
Hello, my auntie. Love you.
She gave us a like on Facebook. Thank you so much for doing
Love
that.
it. Love it when that happens.
Um, okay,
Let's
yeah.
see.
So let's
Where
get
is?
to the hauntings. Let's get to what's going on. Okay.
Oh,
The Emily Morgan Hotel is well renowned as one of the most haunted hotels in Texas and is one of, if not the most haunted location in San Antonio. People from around the world interested in the
Help.
paranormal visit the Emily Morgan for its haunted history, and many skeptics have come away from their
Spell.
stay there with a newfound belief in the paranormal.
Simon.
If
Thank
you
you.
want to be in with the best chance of experiencing something paranormal, the third, seventh, ninth, 11th, and 12th floors are known to be most active.
that's funny because I'm reading here. I got something on the 14th floor.
Oh, I think I've got something on that too, from a different site. But
Okay.
so yeah, there's activity all over this hotel, but
All
usually
over this hotel.
all over, all every floor has got something going on. There's no 13th floor, so it's the 14th
13th,
floor,
right.
and there's 13 stories. So yeah. Um, During its time as a medical facility, some of these floors were used as a
Right.
psychiatric facility.
Front.
Guests and staff have witnessed many strange things on these floors throughout the
Talk with
years,
me.
as well as throughout the hotel. So,
Sorry, Bill's giving me shit because my bottle opener broke, Bill.
Pilot.
um, Who's a can opener? I'm using a bottle opener right
yeah. So I
now.
got mine.
Yeah, mine broke.
Tunnel.
I usually have mine on my keychain, but I don't have my keys with me right now. So,
And I'm trying to do it all fucked up one handed and shit.
you're using your can opener.
Switch.
I'm trying to open
Thomas.
it.
Sorry, God damn it, Bill.
Yeah.
God, that's a
I'm gonna have to send you. I'm sending you a can opener for a bottle opener for Christmas, bro. That's
Amy.
crazy.
Clown.
I can't believe you're doing that on the show
Oh, that's awesome.
live.
Live, you
What's
know.
wrong with you?
Hey,
All right.
I'm
So,
just doing
well,
what I gotta do, Dave. I'm doing what
I understand. I get it. I get it, bro. You're making do with what you got. I get it. Um. So, I'm gonna do the floors that I listed, and then we'll talk about the 14th.
okay.
So, 12th floor.
Closer,
Okay,
Bill.
it said closer. 12th floor. This,
Hey. Judy.
okay, maybe there's more alcohol in that beer than I thought.
I love it.
Okay, this floor was used for operations when the hotel was used as a hospital. Reports are often of unexplained noises, sudden smells of alcohol, and people being touched by unseen hands. I'm just getting started.
Touching Dave.
11th floor. One of the most frequent sightings occurs on the 11th floor, where the apparition of an elderly woman in a hospital gown has been seen walking along the hallway. On occasion, she has been heard weeping before walking off into one of the rooms. Also on this floor, guests have often reported what sounds like hospital gurneys
Fire.
being wheeled along the hallway outside the rooms and in the middle of the night.
Ooh.
Only when they open the door to check, the hallway's empty.
Ooh.
9th floor. On this floor, guests have reported strange things such as wine bottles sliding off tables, as well as their toilet seat repeatedly being banged up and down in the middle of the night.
Church.
Oh, wow.
So, pow, pow, pow.
Yeah. I said down, God damn it.
I said, put the seat down. That must have been a woman. It just said, leave the seat down, son of a bitch. Sounds from unoccupied rooms are also a frequent occurrence.
Oh.
7th floor. Guests and staff alike see a dark shape of human figures walking around the floor.
Okay,
After
now would you consider that shadow figures or would you consider that human silhouettes? How would you
Leave.
I know I'm pausing you here for a second.
yeah,
Spit.
How would you classify that?
it's interesting because I think there's both here. And let me read the rest
Okay.
and then we'll talk about it. So, dark shape of human figures walking around this floor. After being seen, they are said to walk through walls or doors. One family staying in one of the rooms on the 7th floor was awoken suddenly one night when all the electrical equipment turned on, followed by a dark shape gliding through the room and through one of the walls. Now, I think that's a shadow figure.
Okay, all right. Okay. Now we got
But
shadow
I think the saying dark shape of
Pilot.
human figure,
What brought you here?
silhouette.
that could be a silhouette. That could be
Okay.
a human specter.
Okay. Okay.
But the other one I think is non-human.
Yeah. Because you can't
Okay.
describe it as she couldn't describe it as a human figure. She described it
Pour.
as a shadow
Shovel.
figure.
As a dark shape. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Dark
it's
shape gliding through the room. And I'm like, okay, that's a shadow figure.
in the bedroom.
Horror.
uh,
Thank you.
I think it's funny. Bill hasn't been on
Stop.
last couple episodes, and Teresa comes on and then says she's gonna yell at Bill for not being on, and now Bill's on.
Thomas. And
And Teresa's not.
And Teresa's not.
So what's up with that?
Roy.
Okay.
Okay, so we got
Peace.
Okay. So 7th floor. So 3rd floor. 3rd floor. A guest was awoken in the middle of the night to the sound of humming and witnessed the apparition of a young girl sitting at the bottom of her bed. The young girl apparently spoke to her, asking her if she would like to sing along. The following night, the guest was awoken once more around the same time as the night before. However, this time it felt as though someone had gotten into bed with her noticing the impression in the bed and the feeling of someone pressing against the side of her body.
Oh.
On both occasions, the woman noticed a sudden drop in temperature.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I'm spooning. It's all right. Another guest staying on the 3rd floor experienced the sound of a woman singing in the very same room, waking both her and her son.
Audio.
Audio, touching, intelligent,
And yeah, interactive.
Speak.
Wow. I
Um,
like
this
that.
this is an impressive place. Okay, haunted elevators. It's quite common for an elevator to pick up faults, and the vast majority of haunted elevator stories can be put down to faulty wiring.
Yeah.
The elevators at the Emily Morgan, however, have been repeatedly inspected with no fault being
Who
found.
are you?
I'm John. That's
That-
Dave.
That's John. I'm Dave. It's strange then how they seem to make calls when empty and persistently go from the 6th to the 7th floor and back again.
Lower.
From the 6th to the 7th floor and back again. How's that?
I think
They
that's-
okay, baby. They
This is hot.
What is this?
what is that?
It's all hot.
Hot. That's hot.
That's sexy.
Hospital.
Little Dave after dark going on.
A little Dave After Dark going on.
Andrew.
Didn't say a word to me. And what can go wrong? What can go wrong? Okay. So persistently go from the 6th to 7th floor and back again. They head past the floor that you have pressed and inexplicably take you to the basement, which was once the morgue, and then refuse to move. So they'll take you to the basement and not go back up.
Nah, you down here.
No,
Take
you
the
dead.
tour. Take the tour. You down here
Take
for
the tour. You dead now. You gone. Okay. The last thing is the Emily Morgan is situated overlooking the Alamo.
Yes, it is.
And I have a picture of that
Yes, you do.
right there. So you can see
There's a
Alamo's there on the right, and the
Emily-
Emily Morgan's right behind it there.
good picture.
That's how close this hotel is.
I think there's only you have the other hotel that's right across the street.
Yeah.
And then you have the
Keep
hotel that's
recording.
The Menger's right there too.
right there too.
The Menger's there. There's a few hotels like right there within a few blocks of the Alamo,
Oh yeah.
and they all have activity. Okay, the Emily Morgan is situated overlooking the Alamo, one of the most haunted locations in Texas. At night, you may just catch a glimpse of long dead soldiers if you look out of your hotel room.
Yeah.
During the Alamo, more than 600 soldiers lost their lives. General Santana,
Santa
I
Ana.
think that's supposed to be Santa Ana.
Santa Ana.
Carlos Santana.
Freaking
Ordered
Alamo a reach around.
General Santa Ana ordered the bodies of the dead Texan soldiers to be piled up and burned, including
Canada.
the likes of Jim Bowie and
Yep.
Davy Crockett.
David Crockett.
Are they still defending
Castle.
the area,
Leave.
or are they looking to avenge their death?
That's interesting. We'll go more into that with the Alamo.
Yes. So, what do you have on the 14th floor?
Well, the 14th floor was kind of interesting. It's so those staying on the 14th level of the Emily Morgan generally have one thing to say: that the smell is acutely reminiscent of a hospital. Once the medical arts building waiting area, it seems that this floor has been impressed with the residual energy of one of the surgical levels. Guests have reported to opening the doors to the hallways only to find a scene from a hospital waiting right inside.
Nice.
Their gazes widen, their fingers no doubt tightening on the doorknob as they grasp to comprehend the nearly tangible sight before them. In an attempt to organize their clashing thoughts, they shut the door, take a deep breath in the safety of their guest room, then they swing the door wide open again. Ghostly image has always vanished by the second peek out into the corridor, and the imprinted image from the past is nothing but a memory for the
Not.
living.
12.
I just found that interesting on the 14th floor.
Mm-hmm.
And
on that same site, they have some interesting more interesting stuff about the 12th floor.
Yes, the 12th floor is no less haunted than the 14th. See, on the floor, guests have visibly witnessed their bathroom doors opening and shutting on their own accord. The dead of night guests are roused from their slumber only to hearing the trickling of water leaking, the quiet drip that can ultimately drive in the sanest person and say, yes, it can. Yes, it can. Feet hitting the floor as they right themselves up in bed. Guests find themselves pulled to the bathroom only to find the faucets have since been cranked wide open, water freely flowing like a fountain. But then they cross the threshold into the bathroom and everything returns to normal.
Imprisoned.
The water clams up like a rubber stopper has been put in it and nothing appears out of the ordinary. That is freaky.
Mhm.
Even though everything is out of order, others have seen lights flashing
Help.
in the rooms. Others have reported seeing actual apparitions of nurses in the
Liar.
hallways as they push Ricky Gurney's down the corridor.
Yep.
Ghostly images is never there in the then as if the ghostly image was never there in the first place. The scene dissipates into thin air as if it never was. Interesting, or maybe disturbingly, it is said that the Emily Morgan swimming pool has been constructed of the stainless steel from
Library.
the medical center's operating tables. And that's interesting if that is true.
Cousin.
Right.
If that's the case, then we can possibly attribute many of the hauntings at the hotel to ghostly attachment, where spirits are often or unable or unwilling to leave either a location or an object that was by them at the time of their death. It's possible that Ellie Morgan is home to so many ghosts because some of the medical equipment still resides at the actual hotel. That's that's crazy. Did you talk about the basement level at all? I know you said
Just
the
that it was the morgue, but not
yeah.
the hauntings there. Do you want to hit that? Or do you want me to hit that?
No, you've talked enough. I'll hit it.
Yeah, that's
So
what I was hoping.
the basement is completely roped off to anyone who is not employed by the hotel. Let's just get that out the way. But even for employees, the basement is not a favorite place. For years, the basement was
What
used
is
as
this?
medical center's morgue and crematorium, as David was talking about. Employees who have had to work downstairs have experienced a strange number of weird transpirings. They've seen glowing orbs dancing in the air, as well as having heard disembodied voices that have no known source. None of this compares to the stench of burning human flesh. Oh my God. The number of dead who were embalmed or who underwent autopsies in the basement of the Emily Morgan was probably somewhere in the hundreds. And it should come as no surprise that many of the dead have remained in that space. Down in the basement, the air reportedly feels quite heavy, and employees hurry with their
Asylum.
tasks so they can ascend to one of the upper levels. Funny enough, funnily, is that a word?
Funnily, I
Funnily,
don't.
funnily enough,
That doesn't
fu-
seem like that's a word.
funny
I think
enough,
it's just funny enough.
funny enough, has been said that each floor of the Emily Morgan has its own distinct smell, but none so off-putting as that of the basement level. That dude, the stench of burning human flesh.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's really like it's a cross
Where are
between
you?
um
I'm in Colorado.
Colorado.
Uh,
And I'm in
yeah, it's
California. It's a cross between like burning hair and barbecue ribs. It's
it's like
really
yum,
it's
but
really this
aftertaste.
disturbing sick smell that you're just like,
Yeah.
"Oh man, there should not be um that should not be that should not be happening."
Now, did you talk about the seventh floor?
Yes, I talked about the 7th floor. Um but I know which place you're looking at. Um what did I talk about the 7th floor? Because I was talking
Yeah.
about
Oh, the shrieks and yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's the shadow figures and stuff and the
and
electric equipment.
the ghostly
Flashlight.
bride walking down, shrieking and weeping.
Eugene. No, that was I had an old lady weeping and junk. So you can talk about
Well, there
the
also said the
bride.
sixth floor of the hotel might just be haunted by an actual ghostly bride. Who is she, and why might her have her spirit remained on the earthly plane? Nobody knows. Guess as good as everybody that's checked out the place. But the seventh floor is probably one of the most haunted in the entire 13-story building. 14 stories because we don't count 13. A woman's
Funny.
unearthly shrieks carry in the dead of night, waking sleeping guests. Frightened by the chilling sound, many guests call down to the front desk to ask about this disembodied voice. The front desk attendant never seemed to have the answer, other than to
Dress.
offer, "We're sorry, but we do think it might be a ghost responsible for that." For many, the
Undecided.
activity is too much to bear. Apparitions have been cited as their translucent frames dart through the rooms, often disappearing right into the wall itself. And on some occasions, those same apparitions appear along the living when the living
Jim.
peer into the mirrors to check their reflection. Ooh, man. Yeah. Those playful Spirits never cause any harm, but even so, reports of ghosts leaving the hotel in the middle of the night or demanding to switch rooms is not out of the norm at the Emily Morgan Hotel. After all, it was just listed as the third most haunted hotel in the world.
The world.
The world. Interesting. Interesting. That's man. This is a spot.
Did John sit on the grill again? Burnt hair and barbecue.
Damn you, DeBill.
The Emily Morgan could give the Alamo a reach around.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Alamo?
I have been to the Alamo.
I have not.
It is fantastic. There is definitely much
Thomas.
more there than what the tour
Dark.
takes you on. Funny thing is, my daughter a couple years ago actually got to play in band at the halftime show for the Alamo Bowl, so they all
Play
got to
with
go to
me.
the Alamo and everything too. It was kind of cool. I didn't get the time
Nice.
off, but they got to go. It was fun. But the Alamo's a fantastic place to go visit.
Why did you come?
Now I don't know which
Mansion.
hotel I want to stay at. I don't know if I want to stay at the Manger or if I want to stay
At the Emily Morgan.
I have to split my trip up next time I go. A little half and half.
Yeah. Well, I'll get a room at one hotel with 2 beds. You get a room at another hotel with 2 beds, and then we'll switch in the middle.
And during we'll just walk around the Alamo all day.
We'll just walk around the Alamo and walk around the hotel and do investigations.
Yeah, I'm down with that. A little 4-day trip, 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Tap.
So,
Pour.
Emily Morgan Hotel.
Yeah, let's score it.
I love this place to be.
It's great, right?
Awesome.
Man, I was digging on that. This reminds me a lot of the Omni Parker House, only more activity.
Way more activity. I love the Omni Parker House, but I think this has way more activity than the Omni Parker House did.
Yeah, that's why I picked it.
Okay.
Because I mean, there was like,
there
were a whole bunch of hotels that we could have picked and had on the show.
Yeah, and we've already talked about the Manger. I mean,
the Mangers are that's not including the Manger Hotel.
Yeah,
that's put that one aside. There's still like 6 or 7 hotels all in that area that are all having activity. There's a Sheraton of all places that was like. It was like a brand new Sheraton hotel that was like, oh yeah, we get Native American crap all the time.
And that's the crazy thing is there's all these hotels.
Soon.
The Crockett Hotel, St. Anthony Hotel, the Sheraton Gunter Hotel. I mean, there's Hotel Gibbs. There's so many hotels here to talk about. But if you look at where they're all located.
Yeah, if you look at the map where they're located. I mean, of course.
The Black Swan Inn, Gray Moss Inn.
That might be one of our alternates. We might be talking about that. So, all right, Bill, thank you so much for joining us.
Love it when you come on, Bill.
Father.
Come see us in 2 weeks because we're not on next week.
Yep. We're going to try to get him a can opener for Christmas. So, a bottle opener. I keep saying can opener because you're using the can opener as a bottle opener. Man.
Let's go ahead and score this Emily Morgan Hotel. So this might be one of the highest scoring hotels we do. Honestly, I can just I'm looking at the lowdown scoring system here in front of me, and I'm looking at all the categories, and I don't see one below 5.
Except maybe, well, shoot. I mean, maybe history because it's
so
not as old.
It's so young.
It's so young, and it's really but it's got the hospital stuff and it's got the hotel stuff.
Yeah, it's got a lot of things going on.
It's really it's got some history to it, but I don't know if it's a 5.
I don't think it's below a 5.
Yeah, I think I think that might be a 5, and I might be a 5 with a couple things, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I would be lower than a 5, and I don't know. I don't know if I am anywhere on this thing. I don't know if I'm a 10 anywhere either,
I don't
except
know if I'm a
maybe
10.
Married.
I might be close on one. Looking
I,
at the stuff, but
all
there's
right,
just so much. But anyway,
let's
let's
do
talk
let's
about the
dive into
residual.
let's dive into
Yawn.
this. Let's look at residual here.
Let's look at residual. So residual is good. There's, you know,
Really good.
nurses
There's
walking up and down the halls. There's the, gurneys and the stuff.
On the 14th floor where you open it up and it's a freaking
And
hospital
and
scene
you get this full on illusion
of
of
hospital.
like you went back in time and it's a
Yeah,
hospital again. That's crazy.
that's
I don't know if I've heard of that
coming.
in any place that we've checked before.
anywhere, anywhere. Uh, that
That's awesome. I think that yeah, tell Ellen that's awesome. Um
you okay? So I have to put
Right.
the human silhouettes. I would put as a very much residual.
right, except for the one shadow figure on the 7th floor.
One should
I
have
agree with that. Blah, 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 blah. So the 12th floor. Okay, so yeah, 12th floor we got touching
we
and we
got
got
the
sounds.
smell. Smells would be a
How are
good
you?
residual, even
Yeah,
though that also goes with
that
feel.
goes with feels because that's a sense.
It's still a residual
Um,
smell.
okay, the elderly woman in the hospital gown on the 11th floor might be residual because basically she's just walking down the hall weeping and then walking off into one of the rooms.
I like the residual there.
Yeah,
I honestly, I would probably give the residual a 10 here. I don't see how it's less than a 10. And again, when you open the door and it takes you back in time
that's
into a
crazy.
whole nother
Is that residual though? Is that, or is that something else? Is that something that we haven't quantified yet?
well, we don't have a
Because
spot
is
for
I
time
mean
travel.
we don't have a spot for time travel except in like 3 shows ago.
Yeah. So only
But
place I can put it is residual.
I guess we have to because it's kind of like
Because
you're reliving the past.
believe in the past.
So
But that might be the best residual thing I've
that might be the
ever.
best result because the whole scene changes. You open the door and it's a hospital.
It's a hospital.
It's not like you see someone walking along or there's a gurney in the corner. The whole fucking room is a hospital.
Yeah.
When you open it and then you shut the door and you open it again
And it's
and
just
it's
your
still hot, or sometimes it takes two.
hotel. Yeah.
All of a sudden it's changed back and you're like, whoa, that's some
There you go.
1408 shit. That's like,
That is some 14.
yeah, I'm down for a 10 because I mean I was originally not a 10, but I was trying to put that particular thing somewhere else, but I don't know where to put it.
I
I don't know what to call that.
yeah, the only place I can put it
What
is
happened to
residual.
me?
I can't.
Bracelet.
I mean, it's a manifestation, but as far as is it residual, intelligent,
Happened to me?
poltergeist, non-human, I don't think it qualifies as anything but
Is
residual.
no. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I,
So yeah,
I'd have
it's a 10. And we're gonna keep recording. It's
yeah.
going. Okay, intelligent. There's some intelligent. There's some good.
There's some good
You
intelligence.
got the girl,
Singing and wanting to
the
sing
girl singing and
along,
wants you to sing along with him,
climbing in
Jim.
bed,
climbing in bed, spooning.
spooning.
There's touching
There's
on the
there's touching.
there's touching on the 12th floor.
Yeah.
Imprisoned. I'm trying.
There's
Is the elevator I know this is also part of objects, but is the elevator moving to certain floors
Jim. Thank you.
intelligent or residual? Or polter Ooh, excuse me.
So I'm leaning toward poltergeist because it's affecting a physical object. It's
Okay.
whether they're like they're calling it to the 6th and 7th floor back and forth
Yeah.
over and over.
No,
I consider that poltergeist activity.
okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Picking up what you're putting down.
Um,
Okay, so let me whoo,
dark. Oh, you got the shadow figures.
shadow
That's
figure.
intelligent. Yeah, the young girl.
I don't think I can be
It's not a 10. No, it's not a 10. I'm kind of.
Yeah, 7.
I'm kind of. Yeah. I'm picking that up. I'm kind of at a 7. I was like maybe
Missing.
an 8. That means a
I was like,
7.
is it a 9? I don't think there's enough here for a 9.
No, I don't think there's enough here for a 9.
Is it an 8? It's maybe
I'm like maybe an
maybe
8. That's what I was like maybe an 8, but that
maybe
means it's a
not
7.
a 7.
Yeah.
I love how we
Imprisoned.
do this.
Red.
I love how we
Poltergeist.
do that. If it's maybe and then nope, it's
Okay,
that.
well,
Then
that
we take it, we round it down.
yeah.
Okay, poltergeist activity.
Poltergeist
This
activities.
is good too. We
This
got
is
we
really
got wine bottles sliding off the table. We
yeah.
got toilet seats slamming up and down. We got doors opening and closing. We got the elevator moving.
Yeah. The water
I
faucets.
the water faucet's turning on and then all of a sudden not being on
That's so
when you walk into
poltergeist.
the room.
Dude,
That's
that's
so poltergeist
so
activity.
poltergeist the movie.
Yeah, I'm like I don't I think I'm almost at a 10 here.
I
The
was gonna
poltergeist
say 9.
activity.
I was gonna say
I'm
9.
I'm I'm I'm
I want to
almost
say 10. I want to say
I'm
10,
almost at a 10. I
but
mean,
I'm like,
we
ugh,
we
should I
we
try?
haven't had good poltergeist activity in
This
a
might
while.
be one of the better poltergeist activities that
Yeah.
we've had in a
Yeah.
long, long time.
Yeah. This
I'm
would be
giving it a
this would be top this would
I'm
be
giving
top
it
10
a 10.
ever.
I'm giving it a
Let-
10.
Let's give it a 10. I think we should give it a 10.
I
I think
think we
it
should give
deserves
this
it.
a 10. I think it
Who is
deserves a
she?
10. Who is
That's
she?
Amanda.
Oh, is Amanda here? Okay.
Yeah, Amanda's here.
Hello,
Married.
Amanda.
So who is she?
Is she married? It's
No,
asking
she's
me if
not
she's
married.
married.
She's not married, but she
Single.
has a baby, so I can
She's
see how that is understandable.
single.
Karma. Scream.
Karma and then scream.
Karma and scream. And she's looking at me like I stepped in something. So, um, okay, so let's go to non-human. There's
Non-human.
non-human too.
I think my
We
ghost
got,
is taking your daughter out to
Don't
eat
come in.
and now telling you not to
and
come.
now I can't come in the room. Hey, no messing with my daughter. That's not cool.
So the non-human element here.
Non-human element. Okay,
It's
you can leave. The Figueroa's down south. Go to there. Um, so yeah, we definitely have a shadow figure.
definitely have a shadow figure.
We have the dark figure with human shape. We consider that residual. I don't know if I want to bone it and put like a little 1 point bonus there because that could
I
be
think it has the
non
possibility of being non-human, not just a human silhouette,
right.
and them actually being shadow figures themselves.
Yep.
Neil.
That's really the only non-human element that I've gotten out of this.
Yes.
So I wouldn't score this so high.
This might be the only thing below a 5 for me. I
Yeah,
think
I was thinking that too when I looked at non-human. I like the shadow
I
figure.
I do like the fact and that leads to the poltergeist activity. I forgot about that shadow figure turning on all
Imprisoned.
the electronics in the room.
And we're gonna talk about that in the objects too.
Yeah.
Um,
So I think
oh,
I'm gonna go 4 for
actually,
non-human.
I think I might give it an extra point. The non-human entity shadow figure turned on all the electronics in this room, which means it has
It has power.
power. So I think I will give it that extra bonus and take it to the 5. If
Okay.
you want to say 4, that's fine. We'll do the 4.5.
We'll do the 4.5.
And I think we both agreed the history's at a 5 here. It's a little too young to score it too high, but
Yeah, it's not
I
quite
like the history.
not quite enough. I like the history, but there's just not enough of it.
Not enough of it.
Yeah.
I
I do like the fact that it's the first skyscraper west of the Mississippi.
yeah,
I'm digging all that,
How many?
but
just not
I don't
old
know.
enough.
It's the first. I don't know how many skyscrapers there are, but it's the first.
Yeah, not enough history to give
Okay.
it a super high score.
Okay. So
The
let's go to the back 9 and we'll look at the last
What's
5
the date?
categories.
Manifestation.
Manifestations,
Positive.
tons.
Off the charts.
Off the charts. I
Emily.
think it's got to be a 10. There's orbs, there's apparitions, there's people,
Apparitions.
there's
scent.
there yeah, I mean
Where are
all
you?
over the place. There's
It's everywhere. You can't get away from it.
no,
You
there's
can't get away from manifestations.
there's faces in the mirrors, there's
faces in the mirrors. We didn't even talk about faces in the mirrors.
there's okay, I mean it's all I'm okay, I'm kind of reneging. I don't
Can
know
you hear me?
at a 10. I might be at a 9. But
Ooh,
there's a lot.
how did What makes you drop
Eric.
lower?
I think that I'm looking for. I don't know why I'm looking for more variety because there's a whole bunch of shit going on.
Okay, let me throw this out here, just like I did the last show or 2 shows ago. You had a girl singing, recognized someone, and asked her to sing along if she wanted to.
Yeah,
Mom.
that's intelligent. That's absolutely intelligent. That's why we
That
gave.
is that is
That,
the cream of the crop of a manifestation that you can ask for.
well, I mean, she didn't think it was solid though. I mean, the ones that we're talking
I
about, like, it
understand.
was
I understand.
solid.
That one was solid to the point
I
where they
still,
thought there was actually a waitress, but
yeah. Or the ones in the theater that were like trying to make friends.
trying to make friends, yes. But the fact that the
Dark, okay,
interaction
dark shape of human figures,
dark shapes.
shadow figure,
Scratch.
apparition of a young girl sitting at the bottom of the bed. That's the her. And then there was the one.
Why?
Okay, that's the sound of a woman singing.
And I'm gonna throw back.
Uh,
The whole fucking floor turned into a hospital.
huh. Yeah, yeah,
I know it's
yeah. It's a 10.
we're
Yeah,
talking
it's a 10. Yeah, and it's done more than that because
I
I think the whole faucet thing could be a manifestation.
I think so.
Window.
I'm yeah, I agree with you.
To where it's like you hear the water, you're standing outside the bathroom and the water is running,
The water,
but as
and
soon
then
as
you
you step
walk
into the
in,
bathroom, it's
poof,
off.
gone.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's
I would love to. I would love to be here. I would love to stay at this hotel.
yeah. Now audio.
I think the Menger is great. I think this is
Oh,
better than Menger.
I think this is better than Manger too, and I think our
And
score's gonna.
and I think the audio.
The audio's great. You got girls singing. You got the
You got
weeping.
singing,
Oh,
you got the weeping, you got the sound of the gurney going down the hallway.
journey.
You got the
Turn it off.
The banging of the
yeah, you got the banging. You got the sound of the doors opening and closing as well. You've got footsteps. You've got
you got 2 different women
Rituals.
crying.
yeah.
It's a great audio, and again,
It's
we're not
great
talking
audio,
VT, we're
and it
talking
just
brand
reports of unexplained noises. They don't even
yeah,
say what it is, just unexplained noises.
unexplained noises.
Um,
You
sounds of
have
the hospital
unexplained
gurney. Oh, and sounds of
noises in rooms that aren't even
noises in rooms that are empty.
yeah. The audio is great here. Am I a 10? It's hard not to be.
It's hard not to be. Was there something with a radio?
What year
I
is
don't
it?
think that's this location, but
No.
um, sound of humming. That's the girl,
Yep.
and then the singing is the woman in the same room.
Yep.
Uh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
and
go
I'm not going to count what they've seen or heard
yeah,
connected to the Alamo because we'll do that for the
no,
Alamo
that's
itself.
Alamo stuff.
Um,
I'm gonna say
I
9.
I'm going to say 9. Yeah, I think it's a 9. I don't think it's quite a 10, but it's really good.
Oh, it's almost there, but I'm gonna say 9.
Yeah, I think we could do better.
Jason.
I don't know if we do better tonight, but I think we've done better on the
You've
show.
done better. Yes.
There've been some like amazing audio stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so feel. So this is talking senses. This is smells,
Soon.
smell, touch,
Yeah. Your 5 cents.
emotion, and
Yeah.
everything. I mean, so there's cold spots, there's touching, there's
There's no
spooning,
it's
there's
funny.
there's alcohol smell, there's the burning
Alcohol,
flesh smell,
pink flesh.
there's gosh, I mean, and I'm already a woman singing, human
Roof.
figures. Okay, so that's
Decor.
the objects,
You
sound
have
of unoccupied rooms.
you have a lot of fear
Uh,
here with people not wanting to stay
yeah,
in the hotel
people
anymore.
wanting to leave. Um, yeah,
I'm at an 8.
I see you.
I like that score. I'm down for that.
I'm at an 8. I think that's where I'm sitting at is an 8 on the feels.
I know because I mean, there's obvious touching, there's obvious physical contact, so we have to be at a 5.
Yeah. we're just starting off there.
Yeah.
Then you got the scents.
We got the set. We got
You got
multiple smells. We got
Okay,
different
well,
smells. We
you got
got
fear.
the cold spots and the emotion.
I have maybe a 9.
I think I'm at a 9.
Yeah, I think I'm at a 9. I
And
think I
if
talked
we
myself up there.
you you talked yourself up because we have to start at a 5
We
because
have
there's
to start.
physical contact.
There's physical contact. You can't be lower
Yeah.
than a 5 with physical contact. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'd be at a 9.
Yep.
What do
Okay. Objects.
Elevators,
Elevators, wine
faucets,
bottle,
wine bottles,
doors opening and closing,
toilet
grandson?
the
seats,
toilet seat, the faucet.
mirrors
32.
showing reflections other than who's in
That's an
there.
object. Yeah, it's an object. All the electronics in that
Whole
one room turning
room,
on.
whole room's
I think that's a
electronic.
10. I think objects are a 10 here.
I can't disagree with you on there. It has to be a 10. The only thing that didn't happen was somebody getting something thrown at them,
Yeah.
Where
which
are
leads
you?
us to danger.
Which leads us to danger. I think that's the only thing that I mean, I don't think there's a lot of danger here. I think there is because there's touching.
I'm at a 5 just for the
There's
touch.
physical contact. It
Physical
has to be a
contact.
5. This is kind of our own personal guideline to where like, no, if you can be touched, you can be hurt.
Yeah.
Whether by
Non-human,
accident or not.
I would give
Um,
it. I'd give it at least a point or a point and a half for the non-human element with the shadow figures.
yes.
But I don't know if I'm at a 7 or a 6.5.
I'm at a 7.
Okay?
And
So you would take it up
and
to 7.
Used.
I'm taking it up to 7, and I'll tell you why. Because the elevator takes you to the basement and doesn't let you back up.
Doesn't let you back up.
Library.
Oh, I like that.
Qualified.
And I wasn't thinking about that until you
Karma.
said it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Spell.
good. I
Caution.
like that. I like that. 7. Okay, 7. All
You're
right.
down for a 7?
Down with the 7. Down with the 7.
I have 81.5.
Rituals.
81.5. That's what I got too.
Yeah.
Talk with me.
Wow.
So
Well,
round that up to an 82.
yeah, we'll round that up to
Undecided.
an 82. Wow.
Peace.
That's
Right
Talent.
off the bat. Bam! 82.
damn.
You can
Welcome
dance to that.
to Antonio, folks. Oh,
Man,
yeah,
that's a good spot.
that's a good spot. Yeah, I can almost tell you that is better than the
That Manger.
manger or manger.
Manger. It's good. It's a good.
It's a good
Just
sound.
because I've been supporting them for years. They're one of my customers, so
Yeah, I know.
they always answer the phone, Manger Hotel, and I'm like, really? Is it Manger or is it Manger? It's like, no, Jesus is not here. And I'm like, okay, still Manger. I get it. Yes, we're going to keep recording, but we are going to take a break.
We are
Thank
gonna
you for
take a break.
yeah.
Glass.
We are going to keep recording, but we got to take a break.
Yeah, we're
We
gonna
got
talk
pee.
about
What happened to
that
me?
outlier when we come back.
Yeah, we are, and then we'll jump into our final location. But yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll be back in a hot minute.
Let's get some music going.
True.
I'll let you pick, unless it's going to be Dave After Dark, because I think
Oh, no. Let's check the audio volume here real quick first. Let's bring that down a little bit, and we'll go a little infested city. So we're gonna take a break. You guys enjoy the creepy music until we come back.
Lost. Higher.
It's like it's still covered like ear Botox or something.
Speak. Where am I? Grandfather.
Alright. Morgan. Oh. I am back. We are waiting for John. In the meantime, I'm going to grab my stuff.
Haunted.
That's what we're talking about.
Angry. Sad.
How many emotions are you going to go through? Let's see.
Funny.
Sorry. Didn't seem to like that.
What should I do?
Just hang out.
Dangerous.
Might be dangerous, but it's okay. Just hang out. You'll be good.
We're back, and Dave's talking to the ghost tube.
Talking to the ghost tube. Ghost tube's talking to me, so I'm answering.
Oh, oh, lordy. Oh, Hold on, I gotta find my comfy position again. Okay. All right. So those of you guys are just joining
How old are
us
you?
and whatnots, I'm way too old to be filling this damn old. We are talking the haunts of San Antonio. We just got done talking about the Emily Morgan Hotel. And now I think we're going to talk about.
Do you want to play?
I always want to play. The Huebner Onion Homestead, if I'm not mistaken, there, Dave.
Yes.
Sure.
I just have to
Sure.
say, I just have to say, I freaking love, I freaking love the Emily Morgan Hotel. That
Yes.
place is
Smoke.
phenomenal.
North. Statue.
So the Huebner Onion Homestead.
Yep. Built in 1858 for Austrian jeweler Joseph Huebner. The
Can you
Huebner
hear
Onion
me?
Homestead was once only a one-story limestone house
Lady.
that was soon after converted into a stagecoach inn. You see,
Right.
Huebner's property was excellently situated between
Oh my
Bandera and San Antonio.
Hold on. Mine just said Emily.
Harold. Late.
And Harold is late.
Castle. Do you want to play?
I always want to play.
Is that? I wonder if that's the little
How
girl
old are you?
from the.
I'm 45. It's only because you asked me twice.
Yep. It was perfect for Anthony. It was perfect for reeling in those travelers who were all too aware that the ride between the two towns in the dead of night was unsafe. The terrain was a death trap on its own, with muddy soil prone to slipping up horses or carriage wheels. But it wasn't just the terrain that could do a traveler in. Another threat came from the form of Indian raids that ran rampant in the area.
Don't come
For-
in.
Exactly. For those riding on by Huebner's Stagecoach Inn, well, they probably got a glimpse of a
Alice.
candle burning in the window, perhaps the decadent scent of a hot meal wafting in the air, and headed straight to it. Between the choice of possible death or the option of a proper bed and meal, there wasn't actually a choice involved.
Hmm.
To say that Huebner was successful would be an understatement. By the 1860s, he'd opened a horse stand next to the Alamo, where he cared for the horses and taxied around visitors in San Antonio. By 1874, however, Huebner's empire threatened to come crashing down around him. The number of Native American raids hiked up, and Huebner's
What is the
lot of
date?
cattle were stolen right from under his feet.
Oh, wow.
Desperate, destitute, he demanded compensation from the government,
Today.
which the government agreed, but the money never came. Sounds like the government.
What is the date?
It's the 14th. It's the 14th.
I like you.
I like you too.
Somebody's flirting. What happened next to Huebner is a bit of a mystery. He passed away in 1882, but the cause has been lost to time. The most popular rumor is that Joseph Huebner went for a bottle of whiskey, downed its contents, and
Impressed.
died shortly after. Not from alcohol poisoning, but from kerosene.
Huh.
So
He did not drink the right bottle.
no, he bought the wrong bottle of whiskey.
That was not whiskey, sir. That was not whiskey. Wow.
It makes you wonder if maybe it was.
Turn it off.
No, we're not going to turn it off. I don't know who Christopher is.
My son.
But yes, really, that's interesting.
Mirror. Where are you?
I'm in Colorado. Days in Los Angeles. Did it say Amanda? Did I hear that right? Did it say Amanda?
Yeah.
And I believe
It said Amanda, and she said no.
very distinct no after that.
That's the second time in a row. Um, the the last show we had the ghost tube on, it did that, and it did that several times. It was like, Amanda, hello, and
Hello.
she went no, and she goes, Amanda, am I dead? Yes, I'm
Now,
leaving now.
Female.
female, yes.
Yes, yes, she is female.
Ugh. That's poor Amanda. Oh.
I know.
Are you from here?
Oh.
So yeah,
Wait,
this is a cool little property.
dude, that's a really cool
Man.
property. Man.
I live here. Or are you asking Amanda?
Oh.
She lives here too.
I was say she lives there too. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it's a dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. I agree with that.
sing, Dave, sing.
Stop recording.
Karma.
Karma. Ugh.
Yeah. No.
I want to hear from Emily though. Emily popped on here. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering. If
Or
Emily,
was it?
Turn it off.
Or is it talking about the hotel?
yeah, that's well, it's named after an Emily.
Yeah.
I don't know if you actually got into that when you're talking about the history. I don't remember you saying. why it
No, I
was named-
didn't. I didn't mention the person's name.
Ah,
Is
but
that hot? Yes, that's hot.
Did I die?
I don't know how you died.
12.
You died when you were 12.
Oh, that's sad.
That would have been that girl.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1862.
So Huber left no will. And it
No,
was actually buried across the creek from his actual home.
correct.
Property sat vacant for a time until the next owners settled in. But by that time, the ghosts of Huber Homestead had already made themselves comfortable. Judge John Onion Sr. and his family were ecstatic to live at the property until all the activity began to occur. On more than one occasion, John Onion Jr. recorded the steps creaking mysteriously, as though someone was attempting to climb them. He wrote once that many a time I, when I was sick in bed, had my eyes glued
Arthur.
on the door to see who might walk in. And I never told anybody because I didn't want anybody to think I was superstitious or heard ghosts or anything. Then I found out that a good many of the other members of the family had had the same experience. Imagine writing that in the journals back in what,
Angry.
1890. I don't know how long this sat vacant when the judge bought the place.
No, no hugs. Okay. Night night. Okay, they're going to bed.
Machinery would click on and off throughout the day, like the laundry press that would heat to a hissing steam on its own, even though it had remained untouched. Unexplainable activity continued throughout the years. Plates shattering, the distinct notes of piano keys echoing in the breeze. Most common of all were the beating of horse hooves
No
clopping
thanks.
across the yard, as though the Huebner Onion homestead's past as the Stagecoach Inn is still well and alive on an alternate plane. Oh, that's some good residual
It's
shit
coming.
right
Ritual. Goodbye.
there.
Interesting combination of words.
What did that say? Something ritual and then goodbye?
Yeah, it's coming, was what I heard.
Yeah, it's coming. Ritual. Oh, Arthur, angry. No thanks. It's coming. Ritual. Goodbye. Hmm. That, that's kind of all I found on the Huebner Onion, though.
Okay. It took almost 60 years for Joseph's ghost to shrug off its kerosene-induced hangover. Paranormally, things didn't start to go hinky until the 1930s. Judge John F. Onion Jr.'s family purchased the rickety old house, and in spite of neighbors warning them that the house might be haunted, they started to invest heavily in reconstruction.
Huh.
And this is a
Grandmother.
quote. By then, the place had a weird reputation, mostly noises spooking the livestock. Something common was that horses used to drive by it in a frenzy.
Oh,
So this would freak out horses when they went by
yeah.
the house. The judge and Marion Onion, the family matriarch, could give two hoots about local legends. They
Yeah.
were down to earth folks that
Don't
really
go
didn't
there.
buy into the hocus pocus.
Nice.
So they were skeptics.
Yeah.
Since day one, the clan was plagued by Joseph. So they're saying that Joseph is causing all the problems with the Onion family.
Okay.
No sooner had they moved in than all manner of strange phenomena started to rattle its metaphorical chains. Marion and the rest of her kin began to hear footsteps creeping all around the house. The piano, a lovely piece the judge and his family practice on, would start to play on its own in the middle of the night. Here's another quote from Judge John F. Onion. You would hear a click as if somebody had stepped on the bottom step of the staircase or stairwell. Then it would automatically come up.
Oh.
Back.
It wouldn't be a click here and a click over there, a click by. It was kind of like somebody was trying to slip up the stairs,
Oh.
and many at a time.
Oh.
When I was sick in bed, had my eyes glued to the door to see what might walk in, and I never told anybody because I didn't want
Related.
them to think I was superstitious or heard ghosts. This goes back to what you were
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I found out that a good many of the other members of the family had the same experience. The house, particularly the kitchen, became a hotbed of all manner of supernatural signs. Objects disappearing? Check. Strange apparitions and
I
shadows in
see
the
you.
corner of your eyes? Check. Noises coming from completely vacated rooms? Check. White noise out of the radio? Check. This was the radio one.
Yeah.
There was no denying it. The judge and his kin had stepped into a horror show. The family had been swept into what could easily turn into another sequel for The Grudge. So, how did the judge put a stop to the madness? Did he move? Did he call an
Send.
exorcist? Did he phone the Ghostbusters? Nope. The judge's mom, like the take no prisoner Texan that she was, met the problem head on and offered it a stiff drink. She fixed their ghost problem in the same way a family would deal with a particularly pesky dragon living next door. Domesticate the monster by sacrificing a lamb every so often, making yourself part of the food source, and intricately linked it to a survival instinct. The judge's kin offered the ghost booze.
Wow.
And this is the last comment from the judge. Fellow was just pissed, and rightfully so, for what had happened. Old man Hubner just needed to vent his anger. His spirit wasn't at all bad. SOB calmed down in the minute.
Where
The
are you?
judge's family poured themselves some Jack.
Little gentleman Jack, we all
Yeah.
right.
They then poured Joseph two fingers worth. The clan started leaving an open bottle of moonshine on the kitchen table, and that seemed to calm Hubner down.
Wow. Wow. Interesting. Interesting. Wow.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
I I I kind of like that.
Yeah.
I do like that. That wow. But I mean, and that's kind of where it all stops too.
Yeah. That's, you know, did I have another spot? No, okay, I did those.
Fear.
Did I have fear? Maybe. I
Oh,
don't have amber.
it said beer, Dave. It said beer.
Oh, I do have beer.
We got beer.
We got beer.
Ah,
Thought I had one more site, but I don't have it on my. Is that one it? Ugh.
Screen. Stop it.
It's got a picture of the stables up here. Those are kind of awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Passed away. No one was believed to be haunted by Huebner himself. Strange reports have included the steps creaking as though someone had been stepping on them. Machinery would click on and off throughout the day. Yeah, the
Amber.
hot laundry press. They talked about that.
That's a
Even
budget.
though it had remained untouched, there were also reports of plates shattering and the sound of distinct noises of piano keys echoing in the breeze. Most common of all were the beating of horse hooves clomping across the yard. So then, nothing different than what you and I said.
No.
Okay,
Um. All right. Well,
I feel pretty good. I'm all right. So this isn't the Emily Morgan Hotel, but there's a
no,
good
no, no,
variety of things.
no, no. Good variety of things. I think
Sit down.
there's a decent residual here. Mostly dealing though with the animals themselves.
Yeah.
Undecided.
Um, it's definitely not a 10. It's not Emily Morgan Hotel residual.
No.
I'm actually struggling to give it a 5. I don't even think it's half as much as
For
what the residual
for
is.
a residual, yeah, I'm kind of down with that. I mean, because I think Joseph is fully intelligent.
Oh yeah, and that seems to be where most of the haunting is coming from is Joseph,
Yeah.
or was coming
Iron.
from. The only thing that could have been better is if they said the glass was empty when they woke up the next morning.
Yeah. That'd be great.
But the fact that it's written down in a journal, and a journal that was found that they were in the 1930s talking about the paranormal experiences that we're having at this place.
Mhm.
Am
Uh,
I dead?
yeah, if you're on here, you're dead. Um, but I think the residual has to deal with a lot
Yes.
more of the stable than anything else. And I think I'd give it a 5.
Third.
Yeah, I'm down for a 5.
Now the intelligent,
Amanda.
no, she went to bed. She went to
she,
bed.
she went to bed. Don't talk about her anymore. We're done.
We don't talk about Amanda no more. She went to bed. Intelligent. I like the intelligent here, although it is seemed to be specific to one person.
Yeah, but that one person did multiple
It
things.
did multiple things.
So
Um,
I'm good. I don't think I'm at Emily Morgan,
I'm not at 7.
but I think I might be at a 6.
You
Maybe
think
even a
it's
5.
one less than Emily Morgan?
I think, well, nah, because I think this is better than the little girl.
Okay, all right. I think it's
South.
better than the little girl. Okay, I get you there.
Dig.
Because there's more stuff going on, more stuff that that
Child.
Huebner's doing,
Yeah,
but it is just one thing.
it
So I
is.
mean, I'm at least at a 5.
I'm at least at a 5. I would
But
at least give it a 5.
okay, but there also is reports of shadow figures.
There is okay. All right. Okay.
Jacket.
I'll give it the 6. There is the report of shadow figures.
Yeah.
Guide.
That is correct. Okay, 6. The poltergeist activity,
No.
yeah,
And then, well, it does say apparitions too. It's like, poltergeist activity. No.
no.
But I mean, there's wasn't there something? Objects disappearing,
Objects disappearing.
because that's poltergeist activity from
Okay.
the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
Piano playing on its own.
Piano playing on its own.
But could that be just sound,
I,
or could that be object as well?
visual.
But they don't notice either way.
True.
Yeah.
This says piano playing on its own in the middle of the night, and
Yeah.
then it also says hearing the piano play.
Yeah.
So I think that's sound. That's going to be sound and object. That could also be poltergeist
Yeah.
activity. And yeah, not touching the booze. I might have to dock a little bit for that. Although the booze did calm it down,
The booze did calm it down.
which is great. Oh, white noise out of the radio. That's
I know it's
electronic.
like,
That could also be poltergeist
poltergeist
activity.
activity. I like a 6 on the poltergeist activity.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Under.
Under 6? Did I go too high? Should it be a 5?
How does it work?
Well, we rate it 1 through 10.
Yeah,
And I
I
gave
was
it
gonna.
6, and you said under. So is it a 5?
If there's an answer, I'm getting a shot. Okay. Whew.
If it gives me a number 1 through 10, I'm gonna have to get up and go grab the tequila.
Me too.
Positive.
Yeah. If you give me a
Please.
no, I'm not just going to go take a shot.
I'm not just gonna go get the shot. You got to give us a number between 1 and 10.
Yeah. I mean, you said it was under 6, and I told you it's scores 1 through 10. You said it was under 6, so I'm always waiting for a number. So
Cat.
cat. Yep. That is not
Cats,
a number.
cats have 9 lives, but I don't think that's what you're talking about.
Non-human.
Okay, so non-human. There's shadow figures in the seeing out of the corner of your eye.
Yeah.
So there is non-human. I don't think it's big. What about the animals, the horses?
We have given points to non-human.
Angry.
Oh, now you're angry. All right. Wait a minute.
Sorry, you didn't come up with a number. That's your fault.
It's not my
You
fault.
are the weakest link, and
Yeah.
I guess Martha's here.
We have given points to the humans or
When animals are present, but that's not
presence. Especially going back to
Where are we?
going back to Pugin's porch
Hugan's porch. Thank you. That
and
was
the dog.
so that was kind of our epiphany on the non-human element. So I think we have to still continue on with that non-human element.
Yeah, because there's horses reported here. So I'm still not at a 5.
I'm not at a 5.
I think
can't
I'm going to
go-
go 4.
I still think it's less than Emily Morgan.
Oh yeah,
So I would okay. I agree with the 4.
yeah, because
Right.
we went 4.5 with Emily Morgan,
Yeah.
and it was basically the same
Human.
thing.
Yeah. Kinda. Yeah.
But I do think Emily Morgan's non-human element was stronger.
Yes. Especially turning on all the electronics in the room at one time. The history of this place.
History is better than Emily Morgan here, because 1858 did the whole thing.
I'm close. Where am I?
Because it was a stagecoach inn.
Well, you got the two families that live there, the Huebners and the Onions.
Yeah.
A lot of
Well, and like I said, Huebner turned it into a stagecoach inn
yeah.
and had all manner of people like going through there and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, and then a lot of Native American stuff,
Yeah.
raids and shit
Why
like
are
that.
you here?
So that's good. I'm not going to be too much higher.
But 1 or 2 points higher than
Yeah.
Emily Morgan.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I'm kind of a toss up between that 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Show yourself.
I think that's the opposite around. You have to show yourself. I'm here. Okay, let's go.
Daughter.
Fight. Okay. Well, how about we take the middle?
Do the
You go-
6.5 here.
Yeah.
I can go with that. I like
Here.
that. So manifestation.
I think our ghost tubes are talking to each other.
The manifestation here. Murdered. Manifestations here.
And I just had Y. Scratch. Okay. Manifestations are pretty good. A lot of it is Huebner,
Yep.
but there's manifestation with the horses. There's the shadow figures. There's apparitions. So it's a little better than I thought. It's not as good
Hello.
as Emily Morgan, not even close.
Not even close to Emily Morgan.
But
And when
there are multiple
there are
manifestations.
multiple manifestations, but that not even close to being like Emily Morgan. I'd probably
Yeah.
throw it down as a 6.
I was gonna go 7.
You would go 7.
Yeah.
Gone.
A 7.
So that'll put us at a 6.5.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is good because we'll get a round number at the end.
Yep.
Audio. Audio is better here.
Audio's good. We got
Not
the
better than Emily, but
not better than Emily, but we got the
How are
we got the
you?
creaking
Real.
of the stairs. We got
get the
the
piano,
we got the piano. We got the horses. We got the
Always.
horses,
What happened?
we got the white noise. Yeah, white
white
noise on the
noise on the
radio.
radio. Uh, it's
The
good, decent audio.
we got the laundry stuff.
Oh,
The
the
machinery
steamer
turning on
comes
and
on.
off.
Well, we didn't count that in with the
We didn't
post.
count that one with the poltergeist stuff.
No.
Over here.
Yeah, steaming with the laundry press.
Laundry press coming on and all
I
the
think
other
that give
machinery.
an extra point to poltergeist.
Yeah, I think we should put poltergeist up to a 7. And we're hearing that too with the audio.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hidden.
It's not a 9.
What is
It's not a
happening?
9.
I don't know if it's an 8.
I don't know if it's an 8. It's at least a 7.
At least I'm gonna say 7 here.
Yeah, I'm good with a
On
7.
the audio as well.
And then the feels.
The feels is good here.
Feels is good.
I like the feels here. A lot of emotional here. I
Yeah.
like the fact
I
that
like that the horses take off
take
running.
off running, going by this place.
That's
I
good.
I
And
was gonna put that out there too.
that's good. I like that. And that kind of leads into a little bit of a danger level too.
Yeah. Is there physical touching? No. I didn't hear anything or read anything about physical touching in this place.
Heart attack.
We got sense. We got heat.
No, we got footsteps creeping all around the house. Yeah, piano. Yeah, we do have cold spots, right? Because there was a drop in temperature.
Yeah, cold spots, wind,
Feeling.
feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, feeling. That's what we're doing.
They could. He called him an angry sob in his journal.
Uh huh.
So they can feel his anger there.
Yeah, fellow was just pissed.
Yeah.
Needed to vent his anger. So
He
yeah, there's
anger. So there's feeling there. Is it a 9? No, I don't think it's a 9.
no. I don't.
Better than a 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say 7.
Okay. I was kind of sitting there too. I just kind of threw out better than a 6 to see where you're sitting.
Yeah. I mean, I was like,
It's 7.
this is where I actually went 7, maybe a 6. I actually went maybe down.
Maybe down. Okay. I was at a 7 and I was like, all right, I'm gonna throw this out there for Dave. Is it better than a 6? He said, yeah, I'm at a 7. I was like, perfect. That's exactly where I'm sitting.
Yeah.
Perfect. Objects.
Objects. Yeah, we actually visibly see the stair push down and go back up.
You got to visibly see the piano.
The
You
piano
got
keys.
the,
You got
laundry press.
the laundry press. You got
got
the
the
equipment turning
radio.
on and off. You got the radio.
It's a good object place.
It's a good object place.
I would probably put this at like an 8 on the objects.
I was thinking 8 too.
Yeah.
I was thinking 8 too. And last but not least, the danger level.
The danger. Now, even though
Knife.
damn, that is dangerous. Even though there's not touching in here,
No.
the horse is
Stroke.
feeling that place and running away.
And there, and we do have the shadow figures,
You have
but
a little bit of
the horse is taking off. That's instinctive. That's like, oh shit.
That's like them running away from an earthquake. You know what I mean? That like they're telling you something. There's
Yeah.
something not right.
Yeah.
Is it more dangerous than Emily Morgan Hotel though? I don't feel that it's
I don't think so. And my main point for that is because apparently there's not a lot of activity now as long as they as
give.
long as they appease Hubner. But I think there's more than just Hubner there. I just, with the shadow figures and stuff, I think there's a Native American
horses.
elephant there.
The horses freak me out.
The horses freak me out. I think, with the shadow figures and stuff and the Native American raids, I think there might be an elemental there.
It's
But there's no proof either way. This is my speculation because of the way the horses reacted
Island.
and the Native American element there.
style type thing going on, maybe.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. But without any proof, I can just give it potential, and that'll give me a point.
I think the potential for me is with the potential of what's going on there. It's not Emily. It's not a 7.
No.
But I don't think it's too
Doom.
much lower than Emily Morgan.
No, I'm at a 6.
That is
Thank
exactly
you.
where I'm sitting. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
That's exactly where I'm sitting too.
$63.
Blessed.
Thank
I
you.
said no.
63?
Yeah, I
Push.
think I have 63.
18, 22, 23, 20,
How did I die?
30, 37, 44, 52. I got 58.
What do I do?
5 and 6 is 11.
Yeah.
7, 18. 4 is 22. 28.
Yeah.
Friend.
34, which
Yep.
makes that 35.
Yep.
42.
42.
54.
40,
Oh, 49.
49. 57. 63.
63. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Drink more, John. Drink more.
Woo!
Stressed.
Drink more. All right.
Eat recycled food.
So we got
Janitor.
one more to talk about,
Mm-hmm.
at least.
Mm-hmm. I think we're gonna spend quite a bit of time talking about this last location. So
I think so too. There's a lot happening in this location.
okay.
So
Take a
why don't
roll
we
this.
do this?
Sleeping.
Let's take another short little break. Although it feels like we just went on break, but it's because we ran long on that.
We went a little long in our first hour, so yeah, this has only been like 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
So let's take a short little break.
You already said that.
I know I already said that.
I like you. I'm talking to the ghost.
Let's take a short little break, and we'll come back and
Why
we'll
are you
talk.
here?
We're gonna talk the Alamo, folks. Probably the most famous location here in the city of San Antonio. And Dave, why don't you go ahead and pick the music, and we'll
Music professor.
take a quick break. Yeah, I think this
Do
next
a little Beware the Monster.
Beware the Monster. It sounds perfect. Getting ready to go into the Alamo. So stick with us, folks, for about another 5 to 10 minutes here. We'll be right back. Enjoy the creepy music.
I see you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
Judith.
are back. Now we're back. And I'm back by myself. For some reason, David has left the building and he's muted. Unmute your mic, Dave. You're still muted.
Me.
Oh, I muted you, sorry.
You muted me. The host has muted your mic, is what it said. I have proof. You muted me.
I I I can't hear what you're saying, Dave. What were you saying?
And that's why you're my best friend.
I fucking love it. Oh man. I love doing this show with you, bro. Oh yes. Oh.
Man, I had to get a snack in me. I was starting to really get a buzz on
Oh.
from this rice beer.
Mm.
No.
I'm 5 in, so
Yeah.
feeling okay. Self medication.
That's okay. So yeah. Well, I'm 2 in, and then once I have this,
Oh.
3,
Love.
4. So this is the Orion
Ooh.
Okinawan beer.
Love. That's I haven't had love come across my thing ever. Love.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, I love that.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna remember the Alamo, bro.
We are going to remember
Dangerous.
Yeah.
the Alamo.
You have no idea. I don't know if you read up on this a lot. I mean, because I was like, I know the Alamo's haunted. I know
Oh
it is.
yeah, yeah,
There's no question that the Alamo's haunted.
yeah.
But not only is it haunted, it's fucking dangerous.
Today.
There's some shit. I read some stuff. There's some shit going on here.
Dude, it's the Alamo.
Again, well, it's stuff that
Run away.
I have
Run
End.
away.
read away.
Oh,
I have read. Ah, man, I can't wait to read this
Hang.
stuff that I found.
189 people defended the Alamo against more than 1,500 soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a fascinating stat on the Alamo itself. The fact that only one person survived the Alamo is another fascinating stat of what happened there.
Why are you here? Help me. Damage.
I'd love to help you. I'm sorry you're damaged. It's
Worship.
no.
No.
It's
Satan.
no.
No.
You got me wrong there. We talk about a lot of stuff, but that's not happening. Come talk to us in 2 weeks. We're talking the occult.
Fight.
The Alamo is probably one of the most historic events. I mean, it ranks up there with the Revolutionary War and the Civil War.
Yeah.
With historical events in America.
Yeah.
Tap.
And the fact that we take so much pride in the Alamo as a loss speaks volumes on what this place means to America.
Oh, that is good. That's
Trapped.
that's
Bride.
even better than the rice beer. That was really good. No, I live here.
I
I'm
mean,
not leaving.
I mean, honestly, do you think we really have to go into the history of the Alamo? I mean, do we understand that Mexico was taking back its land and decided to
Well, I don't. Do we need to? I don't think we need to talk about the battle because everybody knows about the battle. I mean, I think we touch on it because history is one of our scores.
yeah.
So we have to,
We have to recognize the
Worried.
history of the
yeah,
Battle of the
yeah.
Alamo. I mean, it
I
was the
mean,
Alamo.
but just go back to where it was a mission. It was originally the
Yeah, originally
mission.
mission.
Yeah, Mission San Antonio de Valero was the original
Yeah,
name of it, and it was built or erected or it happened.
yeah,
It appeared in 1718.
yeah, yeah. Over 300 years ago now.
Yeah.
Over
So
500 years ago now.
so
Room.
and that it said
Lord.
for a sake. So the place was built as an educational center for local American Indians and was tasked with
Safe.
keeping the indigenous people in check and promoting their conversion to Christianity.
Yes.
For almost 60 years, the mission employed all manner of tactics for that purpose and utilized some rather cruel methods, not only for conversion,
No.
but for the domestication of the native populace. So I wanted to touch on that. They did some nasty shit
Yeah, yeah,
to the Native Americans here.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Europe.
Europe. I guess they did in Europe too. But in 1793, the mission was secularized and then abandoned. The mission was no longer a concern of Spain and keeping an outpost, which was more than 400 miles away from the nearest town, was starting to harass the colonial coffers. The natives were left to run amok, and only a few priests stayed with their charges. During these 10 years until it became a fortress for the Second Flying Company of San Carlos de Paras military unit, the abandoned and forsaken natives experienced all manner of hardships. Roaming
I need
bands
to
of
go.
brigands, outlaws from the neighboring United States, marauding Indians from other hostile territories, and the onset of famine and disease. By the time the military unit finally arrived at the mission and armed its battlements, changing the name to Alamo, most of all the native population had died.
Oh wow.
And this is before any of the shit that we knew about. This is before any of the shit that we knew about took place.
Yeah. In 1793, the Spanish had begun to secularize their
Talk
missions,
to
starting
me.
with San Antonio de Valerio. For a time, the church became the location of the first hospital in Texas. Soon it was outfitted as a fort and was signed a brand new nickname, Alamo, for the cottonwood tree that Father Antonio had once gathered below nearly 80 years earlier, which Alamo was the Spanish word for cottonwood.
Timothy.
Which I'm allergic to, by the way.
So you can never go to the Alamo.
Can't go to the Alamo. I'm allergic to cottonwood.
No bueno Alamo.
Noon.
No, I'd still go there. I'd just take a bunch of Benadryl.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so during the Texas Revolution, Mexican General Martin Perfecto de Cos
Yeah.
gave up the fort to the Texian army in December of 1835, right after the siege of Bexar. For several months, the place became the staging ground for a smaller number of Texan soldiers and their immediate family. Then the event that cemented this place into the patriotic makeup of the U.S. took place, the Battle of Alamo.
Yeah.
So we know about the Battle of Alamo.
Yes.
We know what happened. We know about the whole, you know, David Bowie and David Bowie.
Davy Crockett Day.
David Crockett, John Bowie. Yeah, I
34.
put it together. It's David. That's how he got his name. That's how he changed his name. Dang it. That's my epiphany moment. Okay. So
He said David Bowie.
David Bowie.
I can just see him holding a gun above his
So-
head too.
Okay. So in 1835, after a rather bloody war, General Martin Perfecto de Cos surrendered to the plucky Texans and ended the Texas Revolution. For the other part of that year, most Texans laid down their arms, and many were certain that they were entering an epoch of peace. Organized garrisons and troops went back home, and most forts were left in disarray. The Alamo was one of those forts.
Oh, yeah.
William Travis and James Bowie agreed to become the Alamo's commander during that time. Then on February 23rd, the Mexican army decided to once more cross the Rio Grande and retake San Antonio. This time they would be commanded by the legendary president, General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. For the next 13 days, the Mexicans plowed the Alamo in one of the most famous representations of siege tactics seen since the Roman encirclement of Masada.
Ooh.
On March 6th, the Mexicans managed to overrun the ramparts and storm the inside of the building. The Texans, after a 13-day onslaught, were at the end of their rope. They valiantly fought, but to no avail. Under the violent assault, all were slaughtered. Few managed to survive,
How do you
and
feel?
those I feel all right. I'm a little drunk. And those that successfully escaped either died several months later or faced debilitating health problems for the rest of their lives. When the battle concluded, Santa Anna piled the Texan bodies on top of each other and set them on fire.
Oh, yeah.
The Mexicans were incensed. Yes, they had won it, and this is somebody's journal, but I can't remember who. The Mexicans were incensed. Yes, they won it, but at the cost of a staggering 600 soldiers, one
Yeah.
third of their forces, against a harried and debilitated garrison of 189. They took their anger
Wondering.
out on the fortress, the POWs, and the corpses. What they did nowadays would be labeled as a war crime, and Santa Anna tried as a criminal in The Hague.
Oh, yeah.
The the Goliad massacre on March 27th, when Santa Nara executed over 324 Texan prisoners, is a prime example of the sort of devil he was. Santa Anna was enigmatic, controversial, but above all pragmatic in his views on war. POWs were a liability and a cost for a moving army. The site became a massive burial ground and one of the most iconic displays of American
What
courage.
happened to me?
I'm pretty sure you died at some point.
Yeah. If you're talking here.
Color. Yellow. Hidden.
Okay. Color yellow hidden.
And then
Okay.
God.
So the first tale of hauntings that plagued the area come from before the famous siege. Even by the early 19th century.
Okay, are you talking about the guys that go to burn down the fucking
No.
mission?
Well,
Okay.
that's the scary danger part.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
I'm not quite there yet,
Okay. All right.
but
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Hello. So even by the fort had a rather spooky vibe. The ramparts and the chapel were particularly supernaturally active, with soldiers and priests constantly complaining about noxious smells and noises coming from around the original mission walls.
Mm.
The hauntings were ratcheted up to 100 right after the fall of the Alamo. One of the most arresting tales dates back to 1836. This is where I think I'm going to go.
Okay.
Santa Anna was being chased all over Texas, and his sources were depleted, and his army was all but vanquished. He set out a communication to General Sam Houston after the Battle of San Jacinto with his intention to surrender. Still, one thing bothered Santa Anna: the Alamo. The massacre had not been uncovered yet, and he was more than certain that if the truth ever hit Houston, and his men that his chances of clemency would be tossed out.
Yeah, because he
I need to
put
go.
all those people in that fucking church and burned them alive.
Yeah, piled them up, burned them. Santa Anna gathered his most faithful men and sent them out in the middle of the night. Their mission was to level what remained of the fort, bury all evidence of what happened, and hide their crimes.
Yep.
The soldiers went out knowing that their only salvation was to implement a cover up and sweep under the rug the violence and cruelty that they had unleashed on the Alamo. Days later, the squad came back, each and every
danger.
raving like a loon and babbling incoherently. Santa Anna finally managed to get one of them to spill the beans. There were ghosts, eyes blazing red, demons, guarding the place with swords and muskets of fire, like it was a shrine. We were all going to hell for what we did. The
More.
Mexicans tried twice
I said,
to
but they
burn
went
down.
again.
They went again. They tried twice to burn down what remained of the Alamo, and twice they were repelled by spirits. Entities standing above them with flaming balls in outstretched hands, in a booming voice yelling, "Do not touch the Alamo. Do not touch these walls."
Yep. To where they collapsed to their knees and put their hands above their or palms into of their hands into their eyes to keep out the blinding light of the figures that were holding the balls up on top of the barrack. It's wow. And this
That's
was the
another thing. I've
general.
never heard of anything like this.
This is okay. So Santa tells his general Andrade to go burn the stuff down. Andrade sends his guys there. They come back. They're freaking out because
Yeah.
of what happened. Andrade doesn't believe him and is like, "Y'all are crazy," and
Yeah.
goes there himself. And these figures come up on the roof of the barracks. Spot a tall man, male spirit, rise up on the roof of the barracks. Clasped in each hand was a ball consumed in fire. The
And
specter held out the flaming weapons, and the Mexican soldiers dropped to their knees, the heels of their palms
Stupid.
dug into their eyes
30.
to block out the sight, but it was no good. They feared for their lives. Andrade left the mission well enough alone,
Screen.
hightailing it out of San Antonio with his troops as fast as they
Poo.
could march. That's just
Where am I?
phenomenal. Not once, but twice they went there to
In
cover
danger.
up everything that they did, and twice they got turned away by something else that
Mhm.
was for out of this world.
Where?
Yep. Since that moment, the Alamo has become a hotbed of supernatural activity. The infestation was so rampant that the San Antonio Express News was constantly putting out updates on the ghostly presences besieging the spot. Shadows and moaning sounds plaguing the staff and prisoners of the fort during 1894 to 1897.
Hey.
Sentries that paced along the roofs witnessing dozens of apparitions and marching up and down the fort. It became such a problem that the guards and watchmen refused to patrol during after hours. Prisoners complained to such a degree that politicians had no choice but to
Push.
transport them to another location.
Wow.
They relocated prisoners because of all the activity that was happening.
Yeah.
Guards refused to work at night.
Yeah.
Locals nowadays continue to experience the upswell of supernatural activity of the area. Guests in nearby
Are you
hotels
okay?
describe grotesque monsters and creatures coming out of the walls of the fort. Federal marshals have quit their jobs after encountering wandering spirits or demonic
Closer.
entities near the lawn that covers the old cemetery.
Jesus Christ.
There are all manners of ghosts and creatures around the Alamo. Hell, we even have had several sightings of John Wayne. Wayne became obsessed after his 1960 movie The Alamo
The Alamo,
with the
yes.
history of the region. After he died, tourists started seeing his ghost. Some say he often is seen talking to other spirits.
He loved that place. He really did love that place.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. And he talks to other ghosts.
Yeah. Oh.
His
I hear
ghost
you.
It's sitting
talks to other ghosts. I think that's awesome. That's freaking awesome. So
Hiding.
man.
Worried.
And this is where the hotels themselves are seeing armies.
Don't.
Yeah.
march.
They're seeing like just dozens and dozens of apparitions just pacing the
Sorry.
grounds and guarding the outside and
Yeah.
doing all kinds. It's just
Staring
crazy.
into the walls of the building. Others stood guard all night as if protecting the site from anything or
I'm
anyone who might
close.
seek to tear it down.
Hmm.
Leave it.
Between 1894 and 1896, the local newspaper, the San Antonio Express News, it published a series of articles which highlighted the almost freakish paranormal phenomena occurring at the Alamo.
Mhm.
You had the actual paper publishing this stuff for 3 years,
Blue.
describing ghostly guards which marched up along the roof of the police station because they did turn into a police station. Dark figures roaming the corridors at night, the distinct sounds of moaning that awoke the staff and the prisoners from their actual from their sleep. That they for 3 years they wrote articles about the paranormal that you could probably go into the library down there and pull up.
Mhm.
That's just
Yeah. So it says here, with the grounds having been a cemetery for San Antonio for almost 100 years before the Battle of Alamo, it's little wonder that other assorted tales of ghosts and hauntings surround the building. There are simple stories like disembodied voices or the feeling of overwhelming malaise, which is a new one.
malaise.
Malaise.
What's the meaning there? Malaise.
I don't know. I was gonna say you might want to put it on a sandwich, but I don't think that's it.
Island.
It doesn't mean island.
When.
No.
Dangerous.
So yeah, malaise is caused by stress, fear, or inadequate sleep.
Okay. All right.
Heather.
Known as as a sick feeling, fatigue, and general
I have felt malaise.
general feeling uncomfortable, ill, or lack of energy because you can't explain the cause.
Crazy.
I can explain the cause, but I have felt malaise for the last couple
I've
days.
felt malaise. I've never been to Malaysia, but I have felt malaise.
Again.
And when I sit too long on the toilet, I can't feel my legs.
I can't feel my legs.
Oh,
I love that one. That was good.
Rich.
Rich, yes.
okay, so overwhelming malaise surrounding the location. But a few specific specters are also said to walk these hollow grounds.
I can't feel my legs.
I can't feel my legs.
Help.
Yeah.
Are you from here?
Oh, God. I just keep picturing you on
Higher.
your phone trying to get up from the fucking.
Going, God damn it! I'm like slapping my thigh. Come on! A ghostly pale guard has been reported to be seen on top of one of the Alamo buildings, especially on dark and stormy nights. Maybe. A ghost, wildly believed to be a Mexican soldier, is often seen pacing the grounds with hands clasped behind his back and head held low.
Laughing.
he appears to be carrying a great deal of regret and remorse even in the afterlife. Spirits of a man and a young boy can be seen on top of one of the Alamo's buildings,
It's in the blonde hair.
especially around sunrise. They will stand there for a time, only for the man to wrap his arm around the boy's shoulders and the two of them to jump off the edge. This was an incident allegedly witnessed by Santa Anna and his troops, making it possibly the oldest ghost of the Alamo. The
During the month
ghost,
of February is when he's seen the most.
yes.
Sorry, just wanted to throw that there.
Nope,
Tell
that's
me
right.
about it.
The ghost of a small blonde-haired boy can be commonly seen in
Why
a
am I here?
window of the old mission, above what is now the Alamo's gift shop. Popular belief is that he is one of the Alamo's few survivors who made it out, but whose parents did not, and that as his spirit returns to the last place he knew them to be, forever searching for his parents.
Horror.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. This is the one that's seen in the month of February a lot.
Yeah, I think it's the boy, this blonde boy.
In the window, yeah.
Yeah. As one of the greatest and most historically relevant tourist destinations in all of Texas, the Alamo is a must-see for those who are paranormally inclined. Blah blah blah, yakety smackety, says a whole bunch of other stuff, but you get the gist.
Dude, melancholy, express feelings
Malaise,
of melancholy.
malaise. Yes,
You've been
but there's melancholy too, where you're just like,
melancholy
yeah.
when wandering through the main
Iron.
chapel area of the mission complex. People have felt so depressed that tears leap to their eyes and they are
Yes.
powerless to control their erratic emotions. I can understand that. I mean, I
Farther.
have a,
How
I
are
have a
you?
feeling like if I went to Auschwitz, that would happen to me.
Yeah, they also claim that there's ghost monks or something here or something.
Well, I know they considered
Mary.
Rumors circulated that entities protecting the Alamo were those men who died during battle, while others complained that vigilant specters must have been the old
Seance.
Franciscan monks
Today.
guarding the mission.
Yes. Yes.
Who?
I knew I read that somewhere.
Yeah. That's good. Man, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's the Alamo. I mean, holy cow. I mean, just the history itself of this place is phenomenal. And then you go into the paranormal aspect of this place
Jim.
that has
Stroke.
started since the Battle of the Alamo. I mean, it started like right away.
Yeah, well, it started before that. There was ghost stuff before the Alamo ever
You're right,
happened,
before the Alamo even
Kevin.
happened.
because it was a graveyard
Yeah, it
like
was a
100 years
graveyard.
before,
Yeah.
Blessed.
and it was a mission since 1718. So there was paranormal. They reported paranormal activity way before the Battle of Alamo.
Yeah.
In fact,
need
Santa
to go.
Anna himself reported paranormal activity
Paranormal activity. Yeah.
of the father and son jumping off the building.
Yeah.
I can't.
I can, and I'm going to keep going
Yeah.
because
School.
this is a great location, and the fact that soldiers were driven off
By those fucking twice.
twice.
To where the general's like, "Oh, you're all crazy." Went there himself and went,
You're all
"Oh
full of
shit,
shit. You
we're
just
not
don't want to
crazy.
do it. Oh shit!
We're leaving. We ain't coming back. We'll just tell him we did it."
We'll just tell him we leveled it. He won't come back. He's in jail. Shit. That's like that's danger level. That's
Yeah.
some shit.
Yeah.
They report demonic being
And I don't think
grotesque
they're gone.
creatures.
And I can tell you, walking through that place, I don't think they're gone.
Greetings.
No. Not. See? Not. I don't think they're gone. I don't no.
The Alamo
I think well, and
is
this
probably
brings
the most
to
haunted place I've ever gone to.
yeah, and this brings
But
to
sorry,
mind how we saw all the locations in San Antonio and how they just kind of spider web out from
Yeah.
the Alamo. The Alamo is the center of this.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say it. I think it's a
Portal?
I think it's a portal. I think it's a
Portal
gigantic
gateway?
portal. Yeah.
We
How does it
gotta
work?
get Jack Osborne over there. Jack and Katrina.
Yeah.
uh this is a phenomenal spot.
Hello.
Again, I'm looking
There
at
is.
this. I think the only thing that would score low here would be objects.
Yeah, maybe Poltergeist.
Doom.
Maybe Poltergeist. Yeah.
Because those two kind of go together.
Yeah. Yeah, they do correlate with each other. I've
Mhm.
noticed that in our scoring system.
But is there
I don't feel a big poltergeist presence here.
Funny.
Yeah, we try to be.
is there physical touching here?
Coming to get me. Cold. Satanic.
Physical
39.
touching, no.
No.
I
I mean,
have not heard
definitely. I mean, there's emotional up the wazoo to
Emotional.
scare the shit out of two
Monster.
two like battalions or two
Italian
groups of soldiers.
spoons going over there. The fact that people are seeing them from across the way from other hotels.
Dog.
The phenomenal location. I would love to go here at night. I haven't got to go here at night. This would be a great place to go at night, I think.
Yeah.
So that all right. Let's go ahead and score
40.
this.
Caution.
Let's go
All
ahead
right.
and score this. So
There's a lot of residual.
huge amount of residual energy here.
I don't see it anything lower than a 10.
I can't score it lower than a 10.
No.
You have the
I
boy,
mean-
the father, and the son. You got you got the soldiers walking through. It's
Evil.
And they're like dozens. They're like dozens of soldiers.
Here.
yeah, multiple locations seeing it from different hotels and at the Alamo itself.
Mhm.
It's I can't score it less than a 10 on the residual.
Scratch.
If I could give it an 11, I would. If this was Spinal Tap, I'd give it an
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think this is a stronger residual than Emily Morgan.
Yeah. But I can't take away from Emily Morgan's 10.
No, Emily Morgan's is a 10, but it's like
10, but this is like 10 plus.
yeah. I mean, this should be bonus. It should be bonus. I'd give it an 11. I mean,
Sacrifice.
Yeah.
man, but okay, so
Child.
The intelligence here.
intelligence here too. There's really good
Bracelet.
intelligence.
You had you had spirits protecting it from two different armies.
Yeah.
I don't know if John
44.
Wayne was
Doom.
residual, but his ghost was talking to other
His
ghosts.
ghost was talking to other ghosts.
Villain.
That's intelligent. That's like you don't do that shit residually.
No.
Who is she?
Okay.
So, yeah,
Is intelligent better than Emily Morgan?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there skills?
I'm gonna say fuck yeah. That's better than Emily.
Is it a 10?
I want to give it a 10. I really do. But I think I'm at a 9.
Undecided.
That's kind of where I'm sitting right now. It's like I would love to.
I want to give it deserves a 10. But there's
Scratch.
there's something that I can't put my finger on it, but there's something missing.
Yeah.
There's something that I want.
I think it's the interaction with people.
I think it's the interactivity. I mean, it did interact with the soldiers.
Yes.
Healthy.
So
I mean, now
Maybe.
I think,
there's nothing since the
Invisible.
1800s.
but nobody's trying to destroy it then either.
Yeah.
Listen, so
Guide.
I mean, we should go there with the intent to level the place and see what happens.
Like just
Portal.
walk in with sledgehammers.
Just walk in with sledgehammers or just some clay that we write C4 on the side.
I love to get in there with like that. Listen, we're not really gonna do nothing.
We're not really going to blow the place up. We just want to pretend like we are to see if we get attacked. And the guard would be like, "Get the fuck out of here.
You about to get
Greetings.
attacked.
You about to I'm going to hit you with my club. I'm about to fuck you." Oh,
NSA about to take you out.
okay. So intelligent will go 9.
We'll go 9.
Suffocate. Living room.
Let's see.
Maybe.
Poltergeist,
Okay,
Okay.
poltergeist activity.
I think is what hurts this place.
I think that this is going to be the lowest.
Does it hurt this place? No, it doesn't hurt this place whatsoever because there's
No.
so much going on with the residual intelligent energies here.
And this is kind of why I want to give the intelligence a 10, and maybe as a bonus to what the residual is so much better. I just wish I could give it higher than a 10.
Below.
I just don't think the poltergeist activity it doesn't.
What?
No, there's
I think
so much residual and intelligent here. There's no room
and non-human. There's
Guys.
non-human
oh
like
yeah,
all over this
all
place.
over this place. But there's no room for poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
There's
It's like
so much going on.
Play with
Okay.
me.
I'm gonna give the extra point to intelligent because of the
Spirit.
residual and the non-human element.
yeah.
I will take the intelligent up to the 10.
Okay.
But the poltergeist activity it's gonna hurt the score.
Yeah. I don't
Inmate.
even though we don't have a lot, I don't think we have really any reports of
Yeah,
poltergeist activity.
it's less than
It's just it's not the I think it's the location. There's really nothing there to be poltergeisty about.
no, there's nothing there.
I think if there
Thanks.
was like, bottles and elevators and shit,
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they would do stuff.
Yeah.
But so I think the potential is there, but there isn't the
Haunted.
stuff to move
Yeah,
the
yeah.
object, because all that's there is like the walls and shit that
Yeah.
can't be moved. So there's no
Yeah.
object thing. I read somewhere about people having like pieces of brick or rock thrown at them or something, but I couldn't find that anywhere. I think maybe it was like Ghost Adventures or something was doing something, and I think they had a rock thrown at them or a piece of brick or something at the Alamo.
Yeah.
But again, I couldn't
didn't
find
count.
it, so we can't count it. Just for the potential alone, even though there's not a whole lot, there's no reports of it, I'm going to go 3.
I was thinking that too. Now the non-human element here.
The non-human element is, I mean,
I don't know
I-
what those things were that stood against the soldiers.
I don't know. Yeah, was it?
I've
Were
never
they
seen a human with
Sit
glowing
down.
freaking fireballs
with like
in their
fireballs or what they said, like muskets of fire or something? Like they were shooting
Fire.
Turn
flamethrowers
it off.
and stuff. Was that human spirits with an illusion, or was that demonic? But there's shadow figures reported.
shadow figures.
They've also reported demonic entities out in
Yeah.
front on the lawn, grotesque monsters and creatures.
Grotesque monsters and creatures.
So this is
feeding ground.
huge.
It's a feeding
ground. And I think that lends to the fact that it's a
Cemetery.
portal. I think these creatures can come out
Yeah,
because they're like just coming out of the walls of the mission.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
yeah.
So I'm high on non-human here.
I definitely higher than 4.5.
Oh heck yeah!
I'm 8.
I'm at a 9. I'm gonna
You're
go
at-
9.
Oof.
I'm gonna go 9. I think I am hard pressed to believe that the things that drove away
The 2 times.
and are twice.
39.
I'm hard pressed. I don't believe that could be human. I think that there might be a human element to it, but I believe that's non-human. I believe that's demons protecting that location because that's their portal. That's the way they come out, and the soldiers were trying to destroy it.
You said 9. My thing said close. 39. Portal. We're getting ready 30 extra points for the.
We're gonna get 30 extra points for the portal.
Yeah, I can't disagree with the 9.
I might. God, I might be at a 10, but I'm not gonna do
Are
it.
you
I'm gonna go
okay?
9.
I'm okay. So history's a 10.
History's a 10. This is
Wait.
it. This is like
It's
like
like
one of the epic history
it's like
stories. I
talking
mean,
about
that's.
Gettysburg. Yeah,
I mean, well, it's like
Health. Ornament.
talking about Pearl Harbor.
Pearl Harbor, Gettysburg. Oh, that would have been a good show this week too. Actually, would have been a good show last week on Pearl Harbor Day. But
Yeah.
But
we
Murder.
did aliens.
We did aliens.
And we were talking about that too.
We did.
Now I remember we were talking about that.
Yeah.
You.
We were going to do the USS Arizona, and we were going to talk about Pearl Harbor, and
Yeah.
we were going to talk about like battles, like wars and stuff like that, and we were going to talk about the Arizona. Dang, wait, we missed that.
We blew it.
Happy.
That's okay. It was a good show.
December 7th. I don't think we'll have a show on December 7th next year, but I think it'll be on the 8th.
But that we'll make that our war show.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather do it sooner than that. But wait till December next year, because then we're gonna forget again.
Yeah, we'll forget.
Okay.
So
Manifestations 15. I'm just gonna go 15 for manifestations. Just 15. I'm not.
we're 1 through 10, man. You can't fucking build
Keep
scoring
going.
system.
It's my scoring system, goddammit. If I say it's a 15, it's fucking 15. No.
But I agree.
No, it's a 10. There's no arguing. There's
you can't
dozens,
argue.
Dozens of apparitions, orbs, creatures, fucking
John Wayne,
talking to spirits, fucking
David Bowie.
David Bowie,
Leave me alone.
freaking labyrinth in the front yard. David Bowie going, I'm the Goblin King.
I'm the Goblin King. You want to dance?
Dance. Can't feel my legs,
Child.
but I feel malaise.
Malaise.
All right, I didn't spit it out. I almost spit it out.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
audio.
Audio in this place.
Audio's good.
It's good. You hear the people marching. You hear
Marching. You hear
gunshots. You hear
gunshots. You hear footsteps. You hear
Carol.
yeah, just the unexplained noises. You hear screams.
Yeah.
Is
it better than Emily Morgan Hotel?
I don't think
better than a 9.
I don't think it's better than a 9.
Okay.
I'm trying to
worse than a 9. I personally think the audio
Closer.
at Emily Morgan Hotel is actually better than the Alamo.
Yes,
Help.
I agree.
True.
But is it better than or
Huebner.
equal to the Huebner Onion Homestead? I think it's better than that.
Happy.
So that would put it at an 8.
You think it's better than
Mother.
Huebner Honey?
Pendant.
But Huebner Honey, the radio,
The radio, the laundry,
the horses.
So disembodied voices. Okay. So
is the audio? You think the audio is better than Huebner?
yeah.
You're right in between there. That's where you're.
I'm right in between there. I could be talked down to a 7 to match Huebner, but
3.
because most of this really is visual. There's visual.
Yeah. A lot of visual
and a lot of feels, a lot of emotions, a lot of malaise.
Yeah, a lot of malaise.
A lot of malaise.
I think I'm at I think I would be equal
Hiding.
to Huebner onion. I don't know if I would go lower than Huebner.
No, I don't. I definitely wouldn't go lower.
I think I'd be
Count.
equal to.
If I go
And
8, then we're 7.5. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay. Now the feels.
Feels, oh man.
Innocent. Goodbye.
I mean, scared.
What
2
happened to
battalions
me?
of soldiers. Feelings of malaise and melancholy. Those are some new ones. Trying to feel my legs.
Jesse.
Jesse's girl. There's some good feeling here. No touching that I'm reading.
I'm not getting a whole lot of physical
Not a lot of physical
touching.
How?
Yeah.
contact. Cold spots.
Yes. Sightings of ghosts wandering the
Emotional.
grounds. Cover guests. Oh, okay.
We have good audio. So
Saying slowly seen spirits long ago marching up and down. Some apparitions disappeared into the walls of the building. Others stood. Um,
How do I use it?
I don't know. So okay.
Singing.
Aside from any, okay. So others stood guard. Rather hastily, plans to alter or tear down the Alamo were put to rest, and it became
Run.
home to a police headquarters and jail instead.
Pete. Scott.
All right. Reports describe the ghostly guards which marched up the roof of the police station. The dark figures roaming the corridors at night. Distant sounds of moaning. There's a sound that awoke the staff and prisoners from their slumber. That's not going to change my
no.
view on the audio. In fear, okay. The policemen were furious, but no one would take those shifts in fear of running across the many ghosts of the Alamo. The
Caution.
prison was forced to move not long after. So basically, because people were
Higher.
afraid to work after hours, the prisoners were afraid. They had to move the entire prison.
That's some fear, man. That's
39.
That's some
They
high
they
level fear.
they were like guards refused to work after hours. Prisoners were relocated, and then they fucking just relocated the prison because it was like nobody's willing to be here. It's 2022.
That's
okay. Some malaise right there.
That's some malaise.
Sinner.
That's a lot of malaise.
What should I do? Why?
Okay,
I'm really high on the emotion here, and then the cold spots and stuff.
Where?
Again, I think because we gave the Emily Morgan is a 9, the Huebner Onion Homestead is a 7. I think I'm again in the middle. I think I'm at an 8.
I'm in agreement with you in the middle here.
Yeah.
I was thinking 8 myself. It's not as high as Emily, but I think it's better than Huebner.
Yeah.
So I would give it an 8 as well.
Yeah. I think it's just there's so much emotion and stuff just because of the fact that it drove those 2 armies off.
Dude, the fear level here is
off the charts.
It's off the chart.
Yeah. And I'm still hung up on the malaise. The malaise is amazing. I've never heard of melancholy.
Dave, I've wished I couldn't feel my legs right now.
I bet you wish you couldn't feel your legs. I was like, man, can't feel my legs.
I can't feel my legs. I wish I had my legs right now. I wish I had my legs.
Yeah. All right. So object. Again, we have to go low because it's really hard to move objects here because there's not much except for the walls and shit. So
again, we had the thing with the ghost hunter troops that were there that had something thrown at them.
Yeah, there was a like
and I do remember
a rock.
Remember that.
Yeah. So again, I think I'm going to go 3. I don't think it can be higher than that.
Yeah, I can't. I don't think it. I don't think it could be higher than 3.
No. I think the potential is there, but there just isn't the stuff to make, you know.
I was
I,
honestly
Portal.
thinking 2, but that would put it.
if you want to make it a 2.5, that'll round our numbers off, but
Yeah, that's kind of where I was sitting there.
yeah.
Strangled.
Which takes us to the danger level, Dave.
1.
All right. So are we going 2.5?
Yeah, that's
Or-
what I was going. It's 2.5.
Okay. I think the danger level,
Most dangerous place we've talked about tonight.
yes. I think the danger level is absolutely higher than Emily Morgan here. But I don't know. I don't think I'm
I can't give it a 10.
Are
I
you
can't give it a 10 because it's not there anymore.
No.
It's
I
not.
think
There's
1.
no physical touching reported.
okay. I'm no physical touching.
But the fact of the monstrosities that are being seen,
Yeah, the
shadow
creatures, the
figures,
grotesque monsters, the demonic
the demonic
figures.
figures that ran off 2 troops.
Yeah, but I mean they've spotted recently. They've spotted demonic
Recently,
figures on the
demonic
lawn.
figures. I
But I
can't give
think
it a 10.
I can't give it a 10. I think the real danger comes from if you threaten the location.
I agree there. I agree there. Light's so powerful it blinded them, even though they put the palms of the heels of their
Yeah.
hands in their eyes. They had
Slam.
it
I
could
am
not.
in pain.
Again, I didn't think about
I mean
that.
that
Follow
Feels.
me.
I
What?
yeah.
didn't think about that with feels. That's definitely affecting the
Sinner.
body.
It's affecting
That's
sight.
that's touching.
Follow me.
That's affecting
That's
you physically.
Mind
that's a
you.
physical
I might have to jump up to 9 on the.
I'm agreeing with that. I think I wasn't thinking about that either.
Cupboard.
And I think that adds to the danger level too.
I think I'm gonna give it the danger level a 9. I was gonna think 8, and
I
then
was thinking 8 too, but yeah, no, I'm thinking 9.
Wow. 40, 58, 68,
I have 81.
Open.
73. Wait a minute. 10, 20, 30, 40, 58.
What is the date?
67. 70.
Or 80.
I'm at
14.
80.
Yeah, it's 80.
Wow.
Sit down.
It's lower than Emily Morgan. But that's because poltergeist an object.
Poltergeist objects hurt that place, but I am more scared of the Alamo than I
I'm
am.
more scared of the Alamo than I am. I'm more scared of the Alamo than I am the Emily Morgan.
But I tell you what, the next
But
time
I
I go
think,
to the Alamo,
I do think Emily Morgan Hotel is more haunted, even though the Alamo has way more apparitions.
What?
Like
more
if
intelligent,
I
more residual, but the poltergeist activity at the Emily Morgan Hotel is phenomenal.
yeah, but it
Although
has
you
the
did,
stuff to be poltergeist.
yeah,
Work.
again,
Janice.
opening a door and showing up and being in a fucking different time.
Jump.
We have no way to score that.
Yeah, I don't, I don't have a way to quantify that except like we did. We called it residual. We called it manifestation. It's definitely a manifestation. But holy crap! I mean, could that increase the danger level?
Again.
Are you really ending up there, or is it just an illusion? Like the like the like the ghosts or the entities that drove off those soldiers from the Alamo, was that an illusion or was that a manifestation? Was that real?
Yeah, that's phenomenal. 8 what? Huh? It's 8 degrees outside. uh, so as a
And I
combined
and I
total,
thought I was cold.
as a combined total of the 3 spots that we talked about tonight, average that out, turns out to be a 75. That's pretty good. That's really good.
That's awesome, and we just hit 3 hours.
Yeah. So with 3 hours, now we are taking next week off
Yes.
for the holidays.
Yes.
And we will be back the Wednesday after Christmas, which I believe is like the 28th. I want to say, is that the 28th? Yes, the
Yes.
28th. Where we'll be talking about everything
Everything occult, right?
occult, right? Nothing is off the table in that. We hope
Nothing is off the table. We have
comes
a whole table of occult. Yes. And Alan is going to be on the show.
all
So
right.
so this so here's the thing, because we're supposed to go this Saturday before, but that's Christmas Eve.
Yes. Oh,
So when do you want to do the Instagram stream to talk about what we're going to talk about on the show?
that is Christmas Eve. Well, I don't want to ruin no one's Christmas Eve. So let's go ahead and do it Friday on the 23rd.
Okay.
I get off of work and we'll discuss some of the topics that we're going to be talking about on
Yeah, we'll just kind of figure out what we're going to talk about, because do we pick 3 topics, or do we generalize certain things, like, occult
There-
beliefs
yeah,
versus occult objects versus whatever, or do we pick like certain
what they
things that we
consider
discuss?
to be a cult. I mean,
Yeah.
there's going to be a lot of good discussion. I think
Yeah.
there'll be a lot of good discussion on the 28th. But
Yep.
we'll go live on Instagram on Friday night.
I'm good.
Discuss
Uh,
and like I said, I want everybody to come in, go to the Spirits 13, follow the live there on Instagram. Me and Dave will be live. We'll discuss what kind of topics we're going to be talking about on the 28th. Maybe you guys can even help us kind of narrow down what we want to talk about. But I think that's going to be a good show. I love tonight's show. Tonight's show, San Antonio. Uh, Alamo was amazing. Emily Morgan Hotel was freaking amazing.
mhm.
Cuban or Onion Homestead was, even though it only scored a 6-3, I love that place too.
Yeah, it was a fun spot. I'm glad we were able to talk about it. I think the Black Swan Inn, I think, would have gotten a higher score.
I think so too. I think so.
Um, so
But
that was the first alternate. I thought maybe we would get to it until we did our second break, and I'm like, no,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
gonna do the Alamo, and then that'll be it.
yeah,
But that's good.
yeah.
3 hours, 3 locations. We're kind of back to where we were
You're getting back
last year.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
So
I I love talking about more places, but
I like
we
getting more content. I
yeah.
like quality over content.
Exactly.
So we're gonna call it a night. Of course, we want to thank Anchor for being out there for us. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of this broadcast and put it out there to all our favorite places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, and of course iHeartRadio. It's a great place to start your podcast, and it's a great place to continue growing with your podcast. Not only does Anchor sponsor you, they'll help you find extra sponsors as you grow your audience. And of course, I want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do our multicasting to our Facebook Spirits page, our YouTube Spirits with John and Dave, and of course Twitch with Spirits and Spirits. So if you guys can't catch us live on either one of those, you can always listen to us later. It's a great way to enjoy your long drives on your commutes, and just laugh with us. So we will be back in 2 weeks. I want to say thanks everybody, and hope you enjoy your Christmas and your holidays with your family and friends, because that's the most important part about the holidays, is spending time with your family and friends. It's not about the gifts you receive or the gifts that you give. It's about the time you spend with people. So enjoy that time with each other.
Well said, brother.
Dave, I know I'll talk to you before then, but again, want to thank man. Enjoy your holiday too, man. I know you
Yeah.
guys are gonna have fun and give all the family love.
Yep.
For some reason, I'm gonna drink some more and take some pills, and
I'm gonna drink some more and probably eat because I need to do that. So and you guys don't don't forget about our Instagram live on the 23rd.
Yep.
We'll
Come
be
join us, man. Have fun with
yeah.
us.
What time do you think we'll be doing that? I'm not
I
quite sure.
I'm hoping to be about 10:30 my time. I know it's a little bit late, but it's not late for a Friday night, folks. It's not late for a Friday night. So
Yeah, that'll be 9:30 my time, so
about
12:30
12:30.
for you guys on the East
It's
Coast.
about
But
11:30 in the central. Uh, worst case scenario, it's about 10:45, 11 o'clock. It just depends on what time I get home from work, but usually I get home around 10:30 or so.
yeah,
So keep an eye out for that. I'll throw a little message on the Instagram just to kind of give a little reminder out there for you folks.
yeah, put it
But
on Facebook too.
yeah, I'll throw it up. Yeah, I'll absolutely be on Facebook. So come check us out there and help us kind of join in the discussion on what our topics will be, and then you can kind of get a little bit more invested on what we're
Yeah,
talking about
ask
on
us
the live show.
questions. Things that you want to know. What do you
Yeah,
want to know about the occult?
yeah,
And
absolutely.
we'll put
They're
that on
gonna
the show.
help guide us to what we want to talk about during the show. So,
Yep.
and we're gonna try and continue that on every week, so you guys can come help us decide what we want to talk about and kind of get your feedback on what we should be talking about during these certain episodes. So again, appreciate everybody joined on. Of course, love Bill. Love it when he comes on. Appreciate everybody that listens. Enjoy your holidays, whatever holiday you celebrate, whether it be Christmas, be Hanukkah, because that's starting here shortly. Enjoy everything, man, and enjoy this time with family and friends. That's all I'm going to say because you never know when things change. So,
Yep.
love you guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We out. We out.
We out. Intro going on. Take care. Spirits with spirits.